Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans action for Season 27. We're in tonight for Round 6 of the Split 2 action here at Long Beach Street Circuit here in California. We're live across both the V8 Veterans and Infinity Broadcasting networks here on YouTube. You can help support both by clicking the like button, the subscribe, the bell icon as well on both channels to help get us to our next milestones for each one. Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher once again. And Brett, it's exciting times when we get to go racing at one of, in my opinion, the greatest street circuits in the world, Long Beach. It's tough, it's tenacious, and it's one that'll take a lot of grit to try and get a performance and a result out of tonight's race. Keep it out of the concrete barriers, keep it out of pit lane, and you could get yourself a solid result. Those are going to be the first two tests of the evening. Add on that 200k, 64 laps, and well, the possibility of multiple safety cars. This could be a long one here this evening.
Yeah, and the grit, I'll tell you what, is it the sand on the track that's going to cause all those incidents, or is it, the concrete walls, they're closing in on everyone? It's going to be a good race. It is a good track. I enjoy the track. Quite testing in a number of sections, as we'll see. The fountain has always been a great area to cut your teeth on the first lap. But, we'll see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see. As we said, 200k, 64 laps to find out who's going to leave the streets of Long Beach as a race winner here this evening. We can confirm off of last week's race that Stephen Kokoschke was classified as the race winner. So we have now got our first two-time race winner of the season in Stephen Kokoschke. Not going to be breaking the record of first-time race winners this season here for season 27. As we said, we're in tonight out at Long Beach, 200k, 64 laps. There has been an adjustment to the calendar though. Next week, Coda West layout for round 7. We'll be running 200 kilometres at that circuit, so there'll be a couple more laps thanks to the fact we had to adjust one of the lengths of the Road Atlanta race earlier in the season. That's now been corrected to Coda, and Coda will become 200 kilometres for next week as well. But we're into the second half of the season. This is the championship winning part of the season, Brett. If you can maximise in the midway through between roughly round 4 towards round 8, that's where you can set yourself up for your championship in the final 2 rounds. Got to maximise though across some very tough circuits. I mean, we've already been through St. Pete and VIR. Long Beach tonight is going to be a test. Coda is going to be an interesting test next week, and then the 300 kilometre endurance race at Fuji. That's going to be one to watch as well before we head out to the Normal going in round 9.
Oh, we've got a lot coming up, and it's only going to get more and more intense. So yeah. Is the cream going to stay on the top, or is it going to curdle?
Well, that's what we'll have to wait and find out. Is it going to stay on the top? Will it curdle? Will it pour over the side? Will it come crashing down? You've got to maximise at this point of the season. And right now, Gary Buckland is maximising at the top end of town. 696 points, leads the championship over Roy Clark on 675. Kokoschke's win last week finds him now up into P3 in the championship on 668 points. The Scotty Weston just ahead of Bretton O'Brien, Brett Horsell, Ron Allen, Chris Blanchard, Bruce Tannick, and Halil Cesar inside of the top 10. A solid result for many of those drivers inside of the top 10. Could see them skyrocket their way forward, and a poor race could find them really tumble down the order. This only includes 1 drop round though, but after tonight's race we will include 2 going forward. So we'll get a much better view of who is really in this championship fight after tonight's race here at Long Beach, leading into the final 4 rounds of the season. And that's going to spice things up a little bit, Brett. It's really going to put the pressure on those drivers to perform. We know there's multiple drivers who've already used their 2 drop rounds thus far this season. Halil says is one of them, who's had some PC issues throughout the season as well. And then there's a few others out there as well. Bruce Tannick's already missed a round this season, so he's already used up one of his drop rounds as well. So the reshuffling of how this is going to all lay out after tonight's race, it's going to be very interesting going forward.
And just have a look at some of those points too. Like, if you have a look around, Halil, Daryl, Brett Taylor, Andrew, myself, Ben Brook, there's not much in between that, not many points there. So
the one that's really going to skyrocket, Brett, after the second drop round is counted is Ben Brook. He is the one that we know is going to skyrocket once the second drop round's included, because he's had some very solid performances, a race win back at St. Petersburg as well. He is going to be the driver to watch after this week, namely.
His name's going to get lightheaded as it rushes to the top of the Woohoo! What happened then?
That's exactly right. As we have a quick look at our track map here tonight for Long Beach Street Circuit. We've been here quite a few times before. Last race winner at this circuit was the man that went on to win the championship the last time we were here. Halil Cesar won it in round 3 of season 24. Is it an omen for tonight's race? Could it be the race winner of this circuit goes on to win the championship this season? Only time will tell. I'll tell you that one driver's out there that'll be hoping to make up for last time. That is Bruce Tannick, who failed to win the race last time we were here. He finished on the podium, but he wants the race win on the streets of Long Beach, and he hopes to put the pieces of the puzzle together here this evening. It's all going to start on the main straight at Shoreline Drive, up towards Bridgestone and down to the braking zone of Turn 1 at Toyota. This is the earliest zone for incidents in this race, Brett. Earliest zone, earliest possible area that drivers can make mistakes, or that we could see some absolute chaos out there if they're not careful.
coming down Bridgestone Straight and Shoreline Drive into the Toyota turn 1, flat out off the straight, and the starting line's a fair way back, so your cars get up to a fair bit of pace. Cold tyres, cold brakes, hot heads.
Well, one thing as well is throughout the race, drivers are going to have to be cautious of those exiting pit lane. Pit lane exit tonight, the onus is the drivers on the fast part of the circuit, so on the racing circuit, have to give some leeway to those exiting pit lane, because they can at least see them exiting pit lane. Those that are coming out of pits can't see the oncoming cars, so there needs to be some leeway for those that are coming at pace down towards turn 1 as cars are coming out of that long and slow pit road here at Long Beach. If you make it through turn 1, you've then got to set yourself up for Aquarium Way at turn 2 and 3. The Fountain, where often at times we've seen car parks forming on lap 1 of this race. Hopefully we don't see a similar scenario tonight. We can get through relatively cleanly, but I guarantee you there will be some graves dug early in this race by a couple of drivers running through that Aquarium Way section a little bit too hot-headed. So they've got to try and keep it careful.
Plant a flower for them.
Yeah. There is a garden there, so we may be planting some flowers early. Then if we can make it through there, we run through turn 4 and up through turn 5. Got to be careful the curb on the inside here. Take too much curb, you'll get yourself a nasty slowdown. If you take too little, you'll then get loose on the corner. Won't make the turn and actually end up in the wall on the left-hand side. So it's a real balancing act through this section of the circuit to keep the car planted and keep the tyres under you. You then run down towards turn 6. Good passing opportunity under brakes, but you'll likely run side by side up through turn 7 and then into Pine Avenue at turn 8, where you've got to try and keep yourself situated before you enter the Formula D section through Seaside Way. If you can get through 8, you can then set yourself up a Firestone turn at turn 9 and try and get yourself a good move, mate. It's a tough spot to do it, but fresher tyres, you can get the job done on those on old rubber. Then through Indy left at turn 10 into the dreaded hairpin at turn 11. We'll often see in qualifying drivers taking a deep line on their outlap and the shallow line on the fast lap, because it gets them a better run down the straight on the deep line to start the lap, and they want to try and get through as quick as possible at the end of it on the fast lap as well. It's a very short lap time, just over 1:20. It's a tough, short street circuit. It's one that's going to offer up a heap of challenges, and it's one that's been put into infamy here in V8 Veterans. It is a true circuit made for these supercars, and it's super exciting whenever we get to come here, Brett. And I'm always excited when I get to come here. It's my second favourite track in the world, so it's exciting.
And if you haven't done so, go and have a look at the Formula Drift at Long Beach. It is
amazing.
Absolutely sensational. They lose a lot of bumpers here, and it's well worth a watch.
It is indeed. They run, for those that are wondering what the Formula Drift section is, it runs from Seaside Way just after the bridge, up through turn 9, through turn 10. It ends on the exit of turn 11. That is technically the Formula Drift section of the circuit where they run. I've already been to a circuit this season where they run as well, Brett, up at Road Atlanta, where they run down through 10A, 10B, and then into that little loop section. So, there, go check it out. If you want to get more drifting action, go check out D1 Grand Prix as well. If you want to get Japanese drifting action, D1 Grand Prix is fantastic.
I didn't
know you spoke Japanese.
Neither did I. Hitachi.
Well, as we get into the warm-up session, we can run through how the grid has laid out here tonight and how the qualifying results have gone for these drivers as well. It will be Bruce Tannock starting on pole position alongside Michael Jones on the front row of the grid. To row 2, we then find ourselves with Chris Blanchard and Gary Buckland, the championship leader in P4 tonight on the second row of the grid. To row 3 and the top 6, we find David Duddle and Benjamin Brook, who's been on absolute fire recently. Brett, and a driver that we need to be able to keep an eye on here tonight, starting inside of the top 6. To row 4 and the top 8, we find Rick Viger and the winner last time here, Halil Cesar, starting out of P8. So still a solid qualifying from him, but he'll have work to do if he wants to go back-to-back at Long Beach Street Circuit here in Split 2. To row 5, we then find Tony Chapman and Mick Clifton making up our top 10 as well. Good qualifying from Tony. Not his best of the season. He did have that pole position back at St. Petersburg. Hoping for a better result tonight than he did on that day off that start-finish line. To row 6 for the top 12, we find Stephen Kokoschki and Andrew Hoffman starting inside of the top 12. Row 7, we then find ourselves with Abel Verben and Scott Weston alongside each other for the top 14. Row 8 in behind them, we'll have Nathan Favero and Matthew Monday making up our top 16 on the start grid here this evening. Row 9, Jamie Peters starting alongside Brenton O'Brien inside of the top 18. Probably one of his best qualifying to the season for Brenton. Not as many positions on offer for him to gain here this evening as there has been previously throughout this season. To the top 20 in the 10th row, it'll be Ron Allen starting alongside Todd Duggan. It'll be a tight 10 rows, Brett. But they're not the only cars we've got on the road. We've got more than 20 cars on the grid. A lot of cars, tight track, could lead to absolute disaster throughout this race. Row 11, it's Andrew Galley and Joel Oosterval alongside each other for the top 22 to row 12. We then find Paul Burns and Brett Horsell alongside each other as well. Row 13 in behind them, it'll be Roy Clark and Andrew Listener then for the top 26. Row 14, it'll be James Baldwin and yourself, Brett, starting inside of the top 28 here this evening. Jill Camaro, 14th row of the grid. To the 15th row on the top 30, it'll be Jeremy Bush and Yusuf Corfiadis alongside each other as well. In behind them for row 16, it'll be Darryl Callahan. And Matty Fu makes his return to the series after many rounds away since round 1. He had back surgery on Friday, and he's back in the car on Thursday. How well can it hold up for 200 Ks of Long Beach? What a track to come back at after such a significant surgery. That's going to be a tough test for Matty out there back in P32. Row 17, we then find Derek Lovegrove and Brett Taylor alongside each other. Row 18, we'll then find Pete Baxter and Scott McCune for the top 36. To the 19th row, we then find our race controllers Adam Briggs and Jordan Ross. And I don't believe, oh no, there is Mario Reali will start at a P39 in the final car on the grid. But it's a big grid, Brett. It's a lot of cars to get situated. Warm-up session is underway at this stage, as they all get prepared, but big grid, tight track. It's going to be tough all throughout this race.
Oh yeah, I mean, having a look at that list too of drivers is quite incredible. You see some drivers in the mid pack not getting as good a qualifying as they would have liked, definitely so. But a lot of in that top 10 or those top 10 rows, they are the championship sort of contenders there. But then, likes of Kokoschki, surprisingly, he qualified fairly low for where he would like to. And there was a couple other names there I can't remember now. But yeah, it was quite a mix-up grid. And that, I mean, it just goes to show you how intense, well, not intense, but how close the times are. You need a little bit of a stuff up and you drop. I mean, I was way off. I had a shock of a qualifier. And opposed to my teammate Andrew Galley, who did the best time of his. He did a PB in his qualifying. So highs and lows. And qualifying is so important too.
Well, it is indeed. And for drivers, I mean, who haven't maximised on their qualifying, they'll have a little bit of work to do in through the race here tonight, as well as they'll all begin to get gridded up. 3 minutes to get out there on the grid, 3 minutes for them to get prepared, and 3 minutes for them to just think about what they're going to be doing throughout this race, how they're going to approach this race as well. It's a track where you've almost got to approach it slowly to begin with and build upon as you go along. It's a tough track to pass at. There's going to be a lot of cars in the wall early in this race because people will be pushing hard on cold tyres. The other dynamic thing we have to speak about tonight as well, Brett, is the dynamic weather that we've got on offer for tonight. It's not dynamic weather in the sense that we're going to get rain. It's dynamic in the fact that tonight is a twilight race. It's going to end with the headlights on these cars. When the sun comes down, that's when the checkered flag's going to go out. That means the track's going to get cooler as the race goes on. It means it's going to get faster as the race gets on. And then there's going to be a lot of balancing acts then of, well, when do you actually want to pit? Do you want to try and pit as late as possible for your final stop? Get fresh tyres on the car and have as much grip as possible when the track is at its coldest, which will be when it has the most grip, which means you have the most pace in the car as well. These are going to be those tough balancing acts, as we said, that drivers have to try and figure out tonight when they're doing their preparations for the race.
And even visually, I found it... not necessarily eye strain, but I found a little bit of an adjustment time when the sun was going down and you get that twilight, and you just had to look a little bit harder, for your cues and things like that. But it was good. It was through a bit of a variance.
I'm a big fan of differential times in races. Brad, I'm a fan of variable weather as well. I think it's great. I think the fact that we are getting a twilight race is fantastic. Bring us a night race. Get us to a track where we can have a night race with the lighting. Be fantastic as well. Hoffy said it best in the chat. Undercut's going to be huge tonight. Really slow, really long pit lane. If you can pit early, get into clean air, you are going to be at such an advantage over the rest of the field because you are going to be able to push on whilst everyone else is struggling or possibly scared to make moves early. So sound strategy tonight is, if there's no safety car called in the first 2 laps, you're coming into pit lane and you're pitting on the green because you're wanting to try and undercut drivers, you're wanting to be able to take advantage of some clean air, and you're wanting to be able to push on. I'd say even better than that is probably if you are going to come in early, you take a slightly lighter fuel load than what a split stop would be to actually naturally gain yourself some track position as well, offsetting your stop a little bit, but also being able to allow yourself some clean air, but also a fast car, because you don't want to be too heavy, but you also don't want to be too light. Critical lap this evening was around about lap 17, so we can get to around there fairly easily. But yeah, those are going to be the major tests. We'll see what the strategies are going to be like for these drivers all throughout the race as the pressure's built up once again. Long Beach Street Circuit is, well, it is an absolute dying state of a race. It is a track in which it offers up challenges. Revs are up, revs have risen. Who's going to get the jump towards turn 1 and who's going to survive lap 1 of hell as the concrete jungle is lit up once again with supercars action. It might be a jumble as Tannick leads us towards 1 for the first time. Jones, Buckland, Blanchard all there with him as we ride in towards Toyota for the very first time. And we've got to keep an eye on this exit to make sure we don't get anything happening as drivers run through for the first time. Oh, Matt Monday! Matt Monday's gone round. Very early here, Monday's gone round. You see Clark as well, Roy Clark, with Listener and Duggan.
Bit of a traffic jam here a little bit. Cars are getting still through. It's not totally blocked. And here comes...
Not completely.
Yeah, that was Kokoschki, wasn't it? I think he had a pit lane start.
Yeah, he did. Kokoschki with that pit lane start, so he's had to now tuck up behind these drivers that were caught up then from that early incident there at turn 2.
Move on the
that was a
big
big send on Baxter, but Kokoschki's got to get a wriggle on now because he's given up a bulk amount of time with the fact that those cars have been held up. All of a sudden they're right in front of him, but it's always bound to happen here at Long Beach. We now need to watch for turn 11 because this is the other zone in which we can get a lot of track jams early or even in the midpoint of the race as well. Tannick makes it through nice and cleanly. Jones follows him through.
Tannick's got a bit of a jump on at the moment. I did see his launch off the start line, and he had a great launch. I was quite surprised to see Jones right on his tail as they entered turn 1 and 2. But Tannick's definitely got the power down, and he's already got a 1 second gap over Jones. So Jones,
as we said in the preamble, Brett, I mean, Bruce is hungry. He wants this race win. He missed out on it so closely last time due to a penalty. That he wanted to try and fight for it to the end with Cesar. Obviously, Cesar
definitely
was the one that came out there.
Point.
Yeah. Cesar came out the better man on the day, won the race. Tannick's very capable of winning this race.
Dropping in a couple of spots. Obviously being overtaken.
Yeah, so he's just been overtaken here by Bush down towards the fountain section as he runs through turn 4. We're right on board with him, and you can just see how tight this circuit is. I mean, it's a mainstay of the lower class of or lower license classes of
Peters dropping or Gully's just past him. Yeah, Peters and Gully side by side there for a second.
They are indeed. Up towards turn 8. Peters on the outside.
Peters got some damage on the front left and right of the car.
I wonder if he was caught up with some of that sort of nose to tail action early on lap 1, and that's why that car's got damage. So a heap of chats out there already with us as well. Great to have you all watching along with us tonight. Brett, of course, you were out there earlier on getting the punters fired up. And you're great to have you all with us as well, watching along with us out there too, from all over the globe too. We'll be sure to get to your chats throughout the race as well. Roy Clark into pit lane. Roy Clark has come in, so an early stop here for Clark. Boardman's in as well. Peters in, Phil in.
Some people going for the early stop, and possibly some for damage as well, I'm assuming.
Well, I'd say Peters Peters has lost his front end, so that's why he's in. Boardman and Fu, those cars looking very neat and tidy. I think this is strategic for those guys being further down the order. Listeners in as well. We knew that he had some damage off of lap 1. There was no safety car called, so they've decided let's come in, get this track position and push on in the clean air. It could be a sound strategy. But keep an eye on, Brett, where they come out after the pit stop cycles. We'll only get a true gauge when we get to the second stop, because that'll give us the true gauge of where they actually
Under
lie
a bit of
amongst
pressure
the field.
here.
He is under pressure.
Blanchard.
Blanchard's
I'll tell you, we've got that.
right
I mean,
there.
the intervals for the top three at the moment. So Teddick's maintaining that 1.5 to 1 second gap, but Buckland, maybe because Blanchard's pressuring, his focus has gone onto the back of his car rather than looking forward, and he's dropped to about 2.2. So, and behind him is a decent gaggle of cars. Your Blanchard, Duddle, Brook, Vigor, Cesar, and or Chapman's he's about a second back there, but that's a fairly decent sort of straggle of cars there. Bruce Tannick with the fastest lap of the race there with a 1:21.121.
You can see as well, across the first 2 laps, Buckland and Blanchard. Well, Buckland on lap 1 was 0.8 of a second slower than Jones was. Blanchard then
Osterwolden pits.
Blanchard as well, 0.3 off of last lap. Both of them are over a second slower than Jones on lap 2, so they're giving up big time right now to P2 on the road. Could be the pressure that's coming to Buckland that's starting to drop these lap times, but there's definitely some pressure on both of them right now.
Definitely, yeah. And even further back, we've got Weston, Favero, Hoffman, Verban, O'Brien, Allen, Callahan. You know, that's another fairly decent sort of pack there as well. And then we come back to another little pack back further. But, you know, there's some decent little bit of running going on so far. Lap 4, on lap of 4 of 64 laps.
Nearly at 60 laps to go. It feels like a world away, doesn't it, Brett? I mean,
doesn't it?
This is a race, even though we haven't had an early safety car call, this is a race that can easily run 2.5 to 3 hours if we're not careful, because it is one where it can be a scenario of safety car after safety car.
Different lines there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hamish, to cut you off there. That was a massive different line. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of corners on this track that it's hard to get the power down and get the car pointing straight and accelerating at a really decent rate. Easy to slip the tyres in a lot of these turns here. We're back on board with Buckland.
Well, as well, too,
Blanchard.
Speaking to the point, Brett, of that final corner. Oh, actually, just quickly here before we do that, Mick Clifton's gone off down at turn 9, and that car's got heavy damage on the front of it.
Yeah.
For Accelerate Sim Racing, so he'll have to bring it into pit lane. Roy Clark will sneak on by him. That's big damage though on Mick Clifton's car. So
Isn't it interesting? Like, you know, Clifton, he's been up with the top runners. You know, there's a lot of these guys that have been up with the top runners and that, and they're spread throughout this lower part of the field. So yeah, Cesar sideways out of that turn then.
That was a big push for Cesar. Seeing more and more cars trying to flow through towards turn 8 now, settling themselves in.
O'Brien and Ron Allen side by side there for a second. Looks like Ron Allen's got the job done there.
Does indeed. Down towards turn 11.
Shot there. Have a look at that shot.
Oh, didn't even know I had this camera angle. Didn't even know I had this camera angle, Brett. I'm actually very impressed with it. I like it.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
But you can see the different lines that everyone's taking. So everyone's obviously, you know, finding different levels of grip on different ways they take the corner and stuff like that. You know, I struggle on a couple of corners, you know, to get the car out. Kokoschki in pit lane.
Yeah, so Stevens in. That's a 9. He's already had a 9.85 second stop. Very interesting. Although that might have been from his pit lane start. He was in there for that amount of time.
Yeah.
Buckland's still withstanding this pressure here from Blanchard. Interesting point here as well. So we saw Boardman come in early. He's got a lot of clear track ahead of him here, Brett. He's taking a 23.15 second stop. That's going to roughly work out to just over 30, or around about 35 litres or so. So he's going to have to take a significant amount of fuel on the next stop to get him to the end of this race. But ultimately, he's got clear track ahead of him right now. No one attacking him. And he's pushing on with a car that's got roughly 70 litres in it right now. And to balance this car out correctly, that's probably about the amount of fuel you want to take so early in this race, knowing you're starting with that 50 and just trying to keep it underweighted slightly so you're not trying to run this car too hard too early. We'll see where he ends up though, because this could be a great gain for him, being so far down after that first stop, but ultimately having
Hoffman
a lot of clean
pits.
air. See if this works for Hoffy too. I mean, we know that Hoff can save fuel.
McCune just flashed red there for a second. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't really know where you find an off track. around here unless you go down an escape road. So that would take a significant move as Hoffy finally pulls into that pit box as well. Pressure starting to form though, still on Blanchard as they run.
I mean, have a look at the time that Buckland's bleeding to Jones.
Yeah.
Like, he's down to 5.5 seconds now. So, you know, that's a decent amount of time. It's not quite a second a lap, but it's probably a good half a second or so.
Well, if we look at, again, last 5 laps, lap 1, Blanchard was faster than Buckland and faster than Dublin behind him. Slower than Buckland on lap 2, faster than on lap 3, slower on lap 4, faster on lap 5. If we look at Buckland and we compare him to Jones, he's been slower on every single lap of this race to Michael Jones. So that's where the time's being played out right now.
0.7, 1 second, 1.1, 0.9, 0.63. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is he driving in his mirrors too much? Oh, wild out of that turn then.
Absolutely wild. And the point I was going to make earlier was there is an interesting part about this track where when you exit turn 11, if you can actually hug the wall on the exit, it'll stop that rear end sliding out a little bit too much because there's less marbles out there. Oh, Buckland goes around at turn 1, doesn't hold the brakes, makes contact with Blanchard, who goes around as well.
And Brooke, and he's still around.
Oh, that might be, that could be a drive-through for Gary, and that is going to hurt him here tonight. That's going to be so tough to bring that back now in this race because it's already tough to pass here. But if you've got to give up an extra 40 seconds, that's a huge disadvantage now after that moment with Blanchard.
Yeah, that's a shame because, I mean, Blanchard obviously had pace because he was sitting right on Gary's ginger. And Gary was a bit of a cork in the bottle there, I would think. Rial and Baxter. So Rial, I think Baxter just got past Rial.
Yes, I believe he did.
Further down.
Rial, he's still hanging with him, which is good to see. Good to see Mario back in the field as well. Former race winner here in the series. I believe last time he took a race win was at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve back quite a few seasons ago now. I could not give you the exact season, Brett. Could not give you one for the life of me, but I know it was at Montreal. I do know that.
You're doing better than me. I got nothing.
I think it was prior. I think it was prior to season 18, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. If I'm right, then yay. But he's putting the pressure right now on Pete Baxter.
Oh, Horsell and Bush. I say Horsell in pits.
Again, some of these early stoppers. Interesting, the race leader staying out long, but I suppose this is the sound strategy for those guys just to keep pushing on. Although they've now caught lap traffic, so Tannick's just gotten past Matty Fu, and now he's got Andrew Hoffman just ahead of him as well to deal with as well. So this is where the disadvantage of staying out long can hurt them because they are now catching that lap traffic.
I think the thing is that if he feels he can get past them relatively cleanly and easily, he might continue to stay out if he doesn't hamper his time too much. But I guess when he's got a pack of cars in front of him,
well, you know, maybe
that might change.
Maybe as well, he might be hoping that they might just let him go, knowing that this track, knowing the fact that this is already tough enough to pass at.
Oh,
no matter what, make it for him. He did run it a little bit wider. Flows through. Here is David Duddle. This is now P3 on the road, and he's only just at turn 11. Is David? He's getting hounded right now by Rick Viger, Ben Brook, and Halil Cesar just in behind them. Tony Chapman tails this battle pack as well. Then there you see Weston and Favero, and then Kokoschke, who was a lap down now on those cars after that first pit stop. So that's put him. And the issue would be then there's going to be a little bit of level of difficulty if there is a safety car for the next stop for those guys, or even the first stop of those who have not stopped just yet, because then those drivers that are lap down have to deal with a wave around scenario, and they're not really going to gain very much by staying out. So that's going to be tough as Riali just got it through turn 11, and Duggan's all over him, but a massive snap. What a catch on the exit. Gets the power down, but it's ruined the run down towards turn 1. No chance of attacking him now. He'll have to stay just in behind and hope for another chance later in the lap.
Duggan carrying a fair bit of damage left and right on the front of that car. Monday in the rearview mirror of Duggan there.
Well, no, that is actually Andrew Listener, who's a lap down.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Monday is technically behind him. He's back here, who was involved in that lap 1 incident down at the fountain, but car directly behind is Listener.
Very similar colours.
Oh, very similar.
Sorry, Listener.
They've both got green on them.
Yeah, I had a glance. Anyway.
Ron Allen is
Definitely
putting
not
putting some good
Definitely
pressure
not
right now
perfect.
on Gary Buckland. He's got his teammate Callahan in behind him as well. Abel Verben can start tonight for him. Good qualifying as well. He's up 3 into the top 10 as Cesar finally comes into pit lane. So he's decided he doesn't want to hang behind those cars ahead of him any longer and maybe trying to undercut them slightly here as he runs it down pit road for the first time here this evening.
I'm just having a look at those times peel out too. You know, a lot of the times in the 122 starting to get into the 123s as they're further back down the field. But even mid-pack, there's still 122s. You know, so it's a lot of decent sort of times there. It's just, you know, being spread out a little bit and incidences and nuances and things like that happening is just spreading out this field. But it just goes to show you how close the racing is here.
I just noticed actually, so Cesar's just come in. He's more than likely going to be ahead of his teammate on the exit actually. This is where Boardman is at turn 11. This is going to give us a good indication actually of Boardman's gain from this early stop from him on lap 2 of where he is in comparison to his teammate. So his teammate was well inside the top 10. He was back inside of the top 25. So he comes around towards turn 1. And there's Cesar right there. So that is a significant gain for the 7 Camaro. There's a bit of damage on that car as well. So Cesar might just be trying to manage it at this point. But that's a huge gain for Boardman on his own teammate. This should pay off well if they can keep it clean now. Might even get him inside of the top 15 if he can be happy and healthy throughout this race.
Yeah, definitely.
Joel Oosterwald has just been off the road at turn 1. That car's got heavy damage on it, Brett. We just saw it coming out of the escape road. This car has got some mammoth damage on it. He may need to bring it back into pit lane.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's fighting the car a little bit there. So Tanik's still got that lead of about 2.6 seconds, but back to Duddle is about nearly 10 seconds. So top 3 really spreading out here, but Rick Viger on the tail of Duddle, sorry, pardon me.
There was Ben Brook as well. He's just tucked behind him. Todd Duggan finally got that move made, by the way, on Mario Reale down at turn 11, so he's now made his way past Mr. Reale down there. Rick Viger continues this pressure on David Duddle. Most recent Viger to take a race win was Chad Viger last season at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Could Rick Viger, could he get the next one for the brothers, or is it still Chad's to prove that he could win another race for himself before Rick does?
You're dangling a carrot.
I'm just saying, we're going to have some
inter-brother rivalry happening. There was someone spinning there. Who was that spinning in the background?
Was that Oosterwald again?
That was someone.
It is Oosterwald.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just come in to the illegal side of the pit lane.
All right.
So he's entered pit lane from the illegal side. That'll actually get him. I think that actually gets him a pit lane penalty, possibly, because he hasn't entered correctly. But for those that
I
might
didn't
be,
even know that was possible to tell you the truth.
Well, for those that as Buckland's in, this is for. I think this is actually a drive-through penalty for that contact with Blanchard, because he's not stopped in the box just yet. So if he keeps running, this is definitely a drive-through.
Yeah. Yep.
And it is a drive-through. So Buckland comes straight out of pit lane.
Clearing that drive-through.
Yep, and that has done him a world of hurt. You give some comparison. There's a little Cesar who's already pitted at the other end of the straight. So that is a significant loss for Gary Buckland now. As Matty Fu is just trying to battle away here with Brett Horsell further down the order as well. Brett not getting that qualifying he would have wanted tonight either out there. Brett is down 5 at this stage, but we know that Horsell's had some strong runs this season. He'll just be hoping for another strong run here tonight as well if he can get it. And we mentioned earlier on, Matty Fu dealing with that surgically repaired back of his. See what he can do out of this race tonight, being up 2 positions already.
Yeah, all the best, mate. Oh, he's some, as John would say, Muppet.
Well, Chris Blanchard's battling away with Brett Fisher right now. A few more chats been out there as well. Andrew in the chat saying, yes, the land of Will Munro's caboose chaos. For those that are uninitiated, it's that moment of my father, Will Munro, when he destroyed the back of the safety car train in a split 2 race here at Long Beach. Continuously gets reminded whenever we come racing. for him to not kill the safety car train. One of the drivers that was caught out on that day in that moment was Brett Taylor, unfortunately for him. So I believe the other was Simon Farrington, was the other driver that was caught out in that moment.
Yeah, it was too, yeah. Brett Taylor having a decent season so far. He's in the championship 12th at the moment. And just to sort of talk about the Bretts at the moment, and Brett Horsell, as we talked about earlier, was in 6th spot. So these boys having a good old dip. Here we go. Well, a couple of cars passing Bush there.
We look back to last season, Brett, at the Red Bull Ring, where Brett Taylor took his first Vets podium in Split 2 in an extraordinary race.
Oh, this is going to get...
This could get
Sorry,
messy.
McCune just bumping out there, having a little bit of a look on Taylor. I don't think anything was on there, but I think they just want to try and get... I don't know. Look like they want to get motivated here. McCune just going for a slightly wider entry for a shallower exit. Hopefully you get the power down nice and cleanly.
Get yourself a nice little gap right now, Brett, over Mr. Blanchard. Started to stretch it out just a little bit, which is good to see. Chase down Andrew Galley. We're still safety carless in this race, as Stephen Kokoschke has gone off at turn 1. The Sud Speed Glove Entries car, the 2-time winner this season, has gone off at turn 1. That car is destroyed. McCune nowhere to go. Nearly rear ends him. Oh, this is a horrible run for Kokoschke tonight.
Oh, isn't it unbelievable? You can go 0 to 0.
How quickly momentum can swing in this championship, Brett. How quickly a season can change. Right now, you're looking at
to get that car back.
If this is a sign of how Kokoschke's race is going to go tonight, you'd guarantee this is a drop round. And where does that put him? Where does he lie? I mean, this is huge. Absolutely huge.
Rick Feiger in pit lane. And the other one too is Buckland, our championship leader.
Yeah.
He's had a drive through. He's got caught up in incidents. So, this has just been turned on its head.
Buckland, Clark, and Kokoschke not having the greatest night. Clark's a lap down on Buckland right now. Kokoschke's just gone a lap down on him with a destroyed car. As Mick Clifton as well has just had himself a moment. He's already a lap down, and he's down here and at turn 9 where he's already been into the wall. So it's a night for now those drivers who mentioned inside of the top 10 who could get themselves a quality result and skyrocket themselves forward. You look to the name of Bruce Tannick. If he can win this race, all of a sudden he's in this championship hunt going forward into Dakota next week.
Well, he's ticking the boxes. He's just ticking the boxes now. He's out in front. He's just plugging away and all sorts of stuff. Another one is Jones. Jones up there again in this race so far. Hopefully he can do a decent pit stop, do all the things right. But he's same again as he has been a number of times throughout this series, in a great position on track.
Well, the other driver I then look to, Brett, is Ben Brook, the driver who we know is going to get significant gain when the second drop round is included. I mean, to live up to the expectations, not expectations, but to live up to the history of Frog League Juice Racing, join his teammate Rick Sibra as a Split 2 champion. Now, of course, Sibra is a 2-time champion at this point, one of only 3 drivers to do so to this point, as Duddle's in. But Brook, who's come out of absolutely nowhere, had some shining moments at the end of last season. This season has been a significant improvement for Ben Brook. And I said at the start of the season, if someone could go on to challenge for this championship, and I think everyone in the field would be okay with it, it'd be Ben Brook. Genuinely, I don't think there'd be anyone that's mad out there about Ben Brook challenging for the championship. Honestly, I don't.
If you're mad about it, give us a hoy.
If you're mad about Ben Brook challenging for the championship,
have your squabble here. Come on, let's fire up the chat.
So Duddle,
it's good. It's
Bush, Taylor, McCune, Reale all in the pit lane. Tannick in the pit lane now as well, as is Michael Jones.
There we go. And Jones. Jones done the smart thing here. He's come in with Tannick.
Yep.
So this is good. Let's see what happens in the pit times with both of these drivers. Let's see whether they're on a similar strat as Bush trying to come out as Jones is going in. This could be awkward. I know, they pass through each other. Thank goodness for that.
So let's see what Michael Jones does on this stop, because we know what Michael's been like this season and in previous seasons as well. If it gets up to 30 or 40 seconds, then we're in trouble. But if this is like a 20-second stop, there might be some hope just yet that Michael's learned the pit strategy.
Okay, so Tanik's got a 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3. Look, I can count 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
okay,
33.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. He's watched Tanik launch, and he's dropped and gone at the same time. Beautiful.
Has Michael Jones learnt the pit strategy this week?
Oh, look out. We might be in for something really special here. That's fantastic. So Tanik's taken a 37.65 and Jones has taken a 33.54. So to keep obviously in contact, although, geez, Tanik's taken off pretty quick there. That might be just the
Verbal, Callahan, Blanchard, Fisher, Buckland, Galley, Baxter, all in. Last two cars we expect in the pit lane at this point. It's Tony Chapman, Brenton O'Brien, and actually as well Roy Clark, who pitted on lap 1. So there's 3 cars still going to be able to do a CPS to this point. Tony Chapman is now doing his. Is Brenton O'Brien going to follow him? We are now at critical lap, by the way. Critical lap was lap 17. We're on to lap 18. Brenton O'Brien comes in. Bruce Tanik will look to retake the race lead off the back of this.
Kofita's doing the fastest lap of his race at 1:22.290.
Yes, which is a great run for him. Stephen Kokoschke has gone off at turn 1
What
again.
is going on? The wheels have completely fallen off for Kokoschke.
This is getting to the point now, Brad. It's not Steve's night, unfortunately.
Nah.
That's what it's looking to be.
And he'd be driving frustrated too. He'd be definitely driving very frustrated, knowing obviously he can drive better and stuff like that. So he's going to be on the back foot. So he just needs to chill out, let it all happen. Chapman and O'Brien exiting pits now.
So they end up.
James done a 23.
By the way, up 20 positions now into the top 10 after pitting on lap 2. Good. So that's the sort of gain that he got off that undercut. Peters has done the same thing, and he's up into P8. So that's a great gain for those guys who came in on lap 2.
That's huge to be up 20 positions. That's fantastic.
See if they can hold on to it in this race. The worst thing that could happen for them now, Brett, is a safety car comes out. They want a green flag.
Big lock-up. Huge lock-up there by Duddle.
For Oosterwald.
Oh, Oosterwald, sorry. My bad.
Massive lock-up, but worst thing that can happen now.
He's going to let Boardman go past,
Worst thing that can happen now for Boardman and Peters is they get a safety car. They want it to be a green flag stop.
Chapman's just got to pass Peters and then back again. So they're fighting side by side at the moment.
Weston this is pressure on him.
He's got his teammate behind him too, has he?
Yeah, Nathan Favero. Chris Blanchard, Matty Fu battling away now. That's a good gain for Fu as well. He followed his teammate. He's up 13 into the top 20. So that's worked out well for both of those guys, whether they can hang on to it again. Hoping for that sound strategy of possibly safety carless race, and then that's where that will pay off for them. Look who's in behind Matty right now as well,
doing the fastest. Brent Brook taking the fastest lap of the race at a 1:21 flat.
Well, he's got a much lighter fuel load right now than what Tanik and Jones does. He took a 24.6 second stop on the last time by. Jones and Tanik in comparison. Jones 33.54, Tanik 37.65. So that's where Brook currently lies with them, but he does have to give up a significant amount of time to them on the next run through pit lane. So if he can get past them and gain 10 seconds, he'll be right there with them on the next stop. But right now, he's going to be losing 10 seconds to both of those cars.
It's always interesting to see, when it all levels back out again after the second sort of round of pit stops and things like that. So Duddle right on the back of Cesar here.
All over him as we're into...
Duddle's been quick in practice too. Just keep my eye on him.
He has indeed.
He's punching out some pretty quick times. So, you got to know who you're fighting around as well. How they've been compared to you in practice and stuff like that. So whether you're going to come out and come under pressure early or quickly.
well, good point made in the chat from Brett O'Brien. Ben Brook needs to have a perfect season now for the rest of the season, but he will get a big gain from his second drop round, being that his previous finishes P29, P30, P42, with his first place and his third place alongside that as well. So he's going to need some good performances this season as Peters is in for his second stop of this race. So he comes in earlier than what Boardman did, so maybe a little bit of undercut strategy here trying to be applied for the 95 car.
Long way to go, though.
It's a very long way. I mean, that's 43 laps on tyres. They're going to be
they're going to be marshmallow. Be like trying to drive on sponges.
Oh, actually, hang on. Stephen Kokoschki's crashed. This car is
Again?
in the wall at turn 1.
What is going on with Kokoschki? He's had the worst night ever.
And actually,
unbelievable.
I'm noticing as well, Boardman looks to have a bit of damage on the front of this car. I wonder if he's actually clipped him through turn 1.
That is tweaked. That right-hand tyre.
Yeah. I wonder if he's... So I think Kokoschki, it says that he's had a crash on his own.
I reckon have they called a safety car?
They have. They've called the safety car. So the safety car's getting out there. Drivers are coming in. So safety car is out on track. Project Fade.
Well, that could be Boardman's. That could be Boardman's.
It's his safety net for the damage. But the issue is he wanted a green flag stop with his fuel strategy. So this will drop him a little bit.
Well, I mean, if he's had a damaged car, so that car was toast. Like, so if there was still under green, he's going to have to come in pit anyway, and he's going to lose out even further. So I think for Boardman, this is the best case scenario, and just about everyone coming through pits now.
Scott McCune has stayed out. This will be a nail in the coffin. He stayed out when everyone else has come in. Same for Yusuf Corfidis. Right. So they're taking track position, but they still need that second stop. This is tough. Oh, you see there as well, Kokoschki's actually, I think he's actually re-spun it around. I think he's either been hit again or he's tried to turn it back around. And that car is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere.
So easy to do at that turn 1 is such a hard corner too. Probably not the hardest on the track. Just about everyone, nearly everyone through pits. Turn 1's a pretty hard corner. Not the hardest on the track, but one of those ones that you can come into the corner pretty quickly and realise you've probably entered it a bit too fast, and it's all too late then when you do realise that's happened.
So this will mean now
there's only one way you're going to go.
Well, this will mean that Andrew Listener will now get back onto the lead lap once we're through this safety car period. And everyone else who's currently in pit lane should exit ahead of the race leader, Scott McCune. But McCune does need that second pit stop. Don't tell Scott Rankin that. Let him believe that Scott McCune is leading this race to the very end. Of course, Scott McCune is Scott Rankin's favourite driver in the Mets field. But for Bruce Tannock, 18.51 seconds stop. So time is on with him and Jones. This has worked out great for Jones, though, and for Brook.
Hang on, I think I've got a call coming through. Hang on. Hello? Yeah. This is Concrete calling. It's for Stephen Kokoschki.
You are horrible. You are.
Well, I can't believe it. He's just had the worst night. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I never know what's going to happen, actually. What's going to happen, where things going. You should try and live your life like that. Quite entertaining.
So this has been a big help, and probably a big saver as well, Brett, actually, for Ben Brook and Rick Feiger, because they're now no longer giving up 10 seconds to Bruce Tannock and Michael Jones. They're going to be right on them off this restart. They've got to be careful with Corfidis and McCune. The difficulty now is every single car that is pitted will have to do over 40 laps on a set of tyres to the end of this race. And the issue then becomes is, unless you have a 40-second gap to the car behind you, you're not going to get a free pit stop for a set of tyres as cars exit pit lane now that it's been reopened. So McCune, we know, is not in the battle for is not in the battle for this race lead. Neither is Yusuf Corfiadis. Bruce Tannick, Michael Jones, Rick Feiger, Ben Brook, Dave Duddle, Hallel, Cesar are all in it. The difficulty will be, though, is Tannick can try and get past McCune as quickly as possible, put 2 cars between himself and Michael Jones. That's going to make it very hard for Jones to stick with him on the next stop.
Oh, definitely.
On the next run.
Yeah.
So,
well, at this place with the pace that Tannick's had, it's his to lose.
yeah.
It is definitely his to lose, considering where he's on the track at the moment, considering where Jones is at the moment. I mean, look, so far Jones has played the cards really well with pitch strat tonight, I think, which is great to see. He's put himself in a good position. But it's still Tannick's to lose at this point. And, you know, look, we're 23 laps into a 64-lap race. Anything can happen.
Well,
just on the quiet.
Look at where our championship leader, Gary Buckland, is right now.
Yeah.
Down in P28. Down 24 after a drive-through penalty earlier in the race. If he can't get back up to the top 10, almost guaranteed to be a drop round for him here tonight. So this is going to be a tough ask now for Buckland to try and get this job done. It's not out of the realm of possibility, though. It can happen for him. He's tucked up just in behind Pete Baxter and Matt Monday at the moment. Matty, obviously, unlucky lap 1. So that's dropped him. Roy Clark's back into pit lane, by the way. They've got Matt Fu just ahead of them with Derek Lovegrove as well. This is further down the order. Brett Taylor's up 11, by the way. A great gain for him in this race already to this point. Sitting ahead of Lovegrove, which is a solid position for himself to be in. We've also got Bush as well, just ahead of them, as well as Andrew Galley. And then yourself, Brett, making up the top 20 at the moment. In a great position right now. Up 8. Blanchard's down 16. Boardman up 9 as well into P18. So that's where his gain went from his early pit stop strategy. Callahan up 14 as well. Further down the order, Mario Reale's up 10. By the way, just in behind Bucklands. That's a good gain. Peters Duggan down double digits. Listener down 6. Clifton Oostervall, Clark Kokoshi all lap down on the race leader at this stage. Scott McCune, though, is the race leader under the safety car, but he will still need to complete his second TPS.
He just wants to cop up. Just get that extra point. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Extra point available to him. Push on for a couple laps. The issue is he's going to need a significant margin to make this work for him. If he can get the margin, he may be able to still keep this thing inside of it. Although he's gained 35 spots off of this. So if there is enough margin, he could still gain 10 positions on the overall. Same thing for Yusuf Corfiadis, is up 27 into P3, but both those guys, bit of work to do now throughout the rest of this race to maintain some positioning, but they're not going to be inside of the top 10 at the end of this race, the way that it's going. Super clean first stint, obviously. It's our first safety car the whole race, but the fact we went 21 laps without a safety car is pretty significant. That shows how clean this field has become. The fact that we've managed to go 21 laps without a safety car here is a great result for a lot of drivers, and a great run for them to be able to do that. I mean, that's a solid result. Will we get another one? Now we've had one. I'm going to say yes. We'll have a second. Is my prediction, because if you often get one at Long Beach, it's only a precursor to more. So I think that's
yeah.
What we can
I mean, as they say, safety cars breed safety cars. You know, this sort of place, you sort of see that opportunity. You know, everyone's a bit, the tyres a bit cooled off. So now might be a good opportunity when we go green to try and get a pass or two done. So, who knows? I don't know whether that's everyone's mentality, but that's just the way, it sort of seems to happen.
Well, we'll see if it can pay off for them as we prepare for a green flag restart. I believe on this up. Oh, Matt Fu's just disappeared out of nowhere. Right in front of Pete Baxter. Matt Fu has just disappeared. Baxter's pushing on. He hasn't hit him. Oh, wait. Matt Fu's just done a disappearing act. He's reappeared right in behind Matt Monday. Oh. He's pulling out
back.
some Chris Angel tactics on us now. He's transported himself. Andrew Hoffman in the chat with us. Thanks so much for joining us, Andrew. Hope to see you next week once again. Sean Palmer in the chat though saying extra point without any real gain is pointless, isn't it? I do have to hazardly agree with him. Because unless Scott is gaining a big amount of positions from this, one solitary point for leading a lap, is it going to make that much difference?
Oh, probably not, but, you know, hey.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Bruce Tannick in the chat with us too. Great to have you out there with us, Bruce. Hoping for you to be able to make up for the last result that came here at Long Beach for yourself and finally see you get that race win.
Doing well so far.
Doing very well.
Like
so
we talked about before.
When does McCune go green? I would expect it right on the exit of turn 11. And he has done. Green flag. Back to racing at Long Beach. Lap 26 of 64. We have got 45, more than that actually, 49 laps remaining, 39 laps, get my math right, 39 laps of this race remaining. For Scott McCune, it's time to maximise and push forward as best you can. For everyone else, it's survive this restart now. You've got to do it all over again, Brett. You've got to survive turn 1, the fountain, turn 5, turn 8, turn 9 and turn 11, all once more with everyone tightly compacted close together.
And the shadows are getting longer. The taillights are starting to light up a bit brighter as we see the sunlight starting to fade. So conditions
building.
Changing here.
Yep, the pressure is building on track. The temperature's coming down. The pace is getting up as Cesar's beginning to hound the back of Dave Duddle's car now with Ben Brook just ahead of them. There's some gaps starting to build up to the top 5 with Viger at the back of it. The 5 car, the last time winner here back in season 24. He wants that second win in a row at this track. Can he make it happen? Well, he's got some moves to make, Brett, if he wants to make that a reality. Come the checkered flag dropping at lap 64.
Duggan and Peters just changing spots there for a second. Duggan got past Peters. Matty Fu, Buckland having a bit of a swappy there as well.
Further back as well, but Monday Baxter all trying to follow each other through here down at turn 11. Get yourselves.
The ban on Hoffman really close there. He's sort of tucked up, having a bit of a gander. Looking like he's going to try and do something here.
Will he go for a move at
Such
some
a
stage?
tough.
It's so tough. I mean, first sector's
so
tight. Best passing opportunity, probably turn 6 and turn 9, I would argue, Brett.
Yeah.
But the way you do it at 6 is you've got to be able to set it up pretty much at turn 4. You've got to get the run through 4, get the run through 5, and pretty much be alongside right in the braking zone of 6. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Those are the difficulties of this place. That's why I love this place, is the difficulties that it offers us. But not everyone is a fan, obviously. But
I mean, the left-hand turn coming out of the fountain is just like you just turn and pray every single time you go through there. Slightly different lines as we're sitting on the back wing of Hoffman. Vaban closing right up here. Let's see what he's got coming out of this tight turn 11 on the front straight. Hoffy's got the power down.
Tannick as well now into the race lead, Brett. So he's finally gotten past McCune and has put a car between himself and Michael Jones once again as Hoffman leads this battle pack in behind him with Verban, right on him here. Cesar Duddle battling away as well. Oh, little touch into the fountain. They're getting right on it.
Oh, that is amazing that did not escalate to even worse. Look at Weston. Weston having a look on the inside of Cesar there, backs out. This has also brought Hoffman and Verban up closer to these guys. Wow, that was huge. That was huge that Duddle did not get taken out there. Now the back of that car, his tyres going to be a bit warmer. So Cesar's sort of set, but knowing that car's a little bit injured, and there we go, has a little bit of a look on the inside there. Probably got a slightly better exit. He's going to have another crack at him here. Nah, doesn't have it in him just yet, but that probably would have been a reasonable opportunity too.
Nearly got through, we couldn't quite make it stick on that moment then as we hit lap 29 of 64 for the race leader in Bruce Tanek. So this train continues to grow now. Chapman and Favero working together as teammates. They've got O'Brien. Look at how long this is. This is all the way back to just outside the top 20.
Yeah. Well, you could say, I mean, because there's only 1 second between Bush. Well, this goes a little bit more there now, but it goes right back to 23. Really, it's huge.
Brendan O'Brien up 4 thus far in this race. Not the usual amount of positions he would be gained, but he did actually. He had a very good qualifying tonight. He qualified inside the top 20, so he'll take the 4 positions he's gained. Try and get himself inside the top 10. Everyone though at this stage, Brett, should be 2 positions higher than what they truly are. He's right on him though. Is Cesar continuing to pressure the back of this 266 Mustang, and he's hanging all over the rear wing. You can see they're struggling for grip through turn 8. That's hurting the run down towards 9.
There's a lot of corners you struggle for grip. You know, slightly off camber and just the way the car sort of, tracks through the corner and things like that. And you can see, well, Duddle, obviously, his tyres at the rear are going to be heated up. Probably still trying to chill out. Yeah, Cesar's really on the hunt. Oh, got it tucked up right up on the inside there. But see, look at the wheel spin he's got there. He can't do anything with it.
Yeah, and remember I mentioned it earlier on, just a lot of probably looser marbles on the inside of that corner. Can't quite get the run. Don't get the side draft off the wall, and that it completely destroys the run as Jamie Peters has now gone round down at turn 10. Peters in the wall, not the first time this car's missing its front end. He's going to have to bring it back into pit lane if he wants to get it fixed up.
Cesar still on back of Duddle, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, look, Cesar, if he keeps this pace up on this chase he's got going on here, he just needs to if he just continues on doing that, the rear end of this car is just going to be so heated, he's going to struggle to get it back.
And the other issue is we see their lock up from him into turn 8.
Yeah.
And the problem is as well though is he may be getting held up a little bit right now in trying to chase down the cars ahead of them as well. So it's a decision making that he's having to balance in his head of, do I push hard to try and get past, or do I sit back and hope that we can fight forward and get to the back of those other cars? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely 100%. But I mean, as we said, like just the way he's wringing the neck of this car, it can only sort of hold on for so long, and then he's gonna get tyre drop off.
Lap 31 of 64 now. This battle continues. Bruce Tanek, by the way, front end of town, has got a nice gap over Michael Jones by about 2.5 seconds, who's trapped behind Scott McCune.
Yeah, he's trapped. Yeah,
he's got to get this move made as quick as he can. This is the lifeline for Tanek to build some gap now in the race lead.
And it'd be great to see Jones have a good result here too, considering how he has been up the front end of town for a number of races. A little bit of damage on the left-hand side of that car. It'd be good to see him have a decent result after being up here, up the top end of town for a few races and not being able to sort of just seal the deal. So we'll see how that ends for him.
Has just allowed Jones through prior to turn 9. So Jones gets through, now looks to chase down Tanek. And battle will look to be on for the race lead. Is Corfiadis going to do the same thing for Viger and Brook? It doesn't appear to be so. He's fighting for this thing.
Another battle I'm watching at the moment between Brent O'Brien and Ron Allen. Horsell on that sort of crowd there. That closed right up and then has just sort of spread out a little bit there. That's a big battle pack there.
Great point as well, being made out in the chat as well, saying that the other side of that coin is also possibly slowing them both down by battling and wearing his tyres out at the same time. Yeah. So, both sides of that coin. Again, it's a tough balancing act of deciding what do you want to do, how do you go about it, and is he making the right choice or the wrong choice? don't until you
Yeah,
get to the
and
end
that's
of the
right. I
race.
mean, we're sitting in the booth just watching this, unfold, and can only call as we see it. But he might have a different feeling in the seat. He just thinks maybe he's got a better car underneath him than we can see or feel. And he's, like you said before, if he feels it being held up, the tyre deficit that he's creating might be worth a risk to get past.
We're at the halfway point of the race, Brett. In this lap, oh, Ron Allen. Big snap at turn 8. Won't get the run now on O'Brien that he would have wanted. End of this lap will mark the halfway point of the race. So we've already done 100 kilometres here at Long Beach Street Circuit. Sun is beginning to come down. You can see how orange and twilight coloured this track is becoming. The track temperature is starting to cool throughout the field now as well. We've got 21 degree track temps, ambient temperatures down to 20 degrees, and it's only going to get cooler as this race goes on.
Lost the wall. Lost the wall.
Oh.
No, still side by side. Oh, that's a really wide run by Real.
Duggan's in.
Duggan in pit lane. Yep.
That battle continues to push on as well. Rick Viger with Ben Brook on his heels, fighting with Yusuf Corfiadis, but they don't need to fight him. He needs his stop. The issue is there's time that's being given up to Michael Jones and Bruce Tannock at the front of the field in the battle for the race win. Both CPSs have been completed for those that are up here. And now it's going to come down to how well can you look after the tyres for 40 plus laps off of that last pit stop. It's a long time. I mean, this place is a tyre killer. It's that classic street circuit surface. It's the road variant of tarmac, which just destroys the tyres under you. It's low grip, but it's hard on tyres, and this is a track that will kill them because of the way you have to approach corners, the way you have to approach this car. It's very, very difficult as Verban looks to get this move made on Hoffman off the exit of 11. Gets the job done, and now pushes on to Scott Weston ahead of him.
And we were probably quite lucky that the temperature is slightly dropping. Otherwise, if it was sort of in the morning and a track was just heating up further, that tyre deficit, tyre degradation would have been even worse.
So quickly. They would fall away off a cliff's edge incredibly quickly. So that would be an absolute tough one to call. Maybe we need to get a hot race in there. We have a wet race, we've got a twilight race. Maybe let's get a hot race out there.
Melt the tyres off the rings.
Melt the tyres off the cars. Really throw them to the sword as best that we can. Jeremy Bush, by the way, battling here with Brett Taylor, back for P22. Taylor's up 12 spots tonight. Great gain from him thus far.
Yeah.
In a fantastic
Taylor's
race.
Had a great run. Yeah.
He's really proving his own here amongst that top 25. Also seeing good racing, of course, from the likes of Rick Viger, Ben Brook, of course Michael Jones and Bruce Tannock at the front end of town as well. Really impressed tonight by Abel Verban as well. I mean, up 3 into the top 10, Brett. Could be a front runner for driver of the day thus far. It's really exceeding the expectations I would have had on him coming into tonight's race.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting the way things have fallen for a lot of people here tonight. Just watching Ben Brook on the back of Viger. Down under about 0.4. Oh, that sun. How is that? Cop that. Burn your retinas out of your head.
Yeah, but give yourself LASIK doing that.
Unbelievable.
Let's see if we can catch a driver coming down straight. There you go, a bit of sun coming in through the window.
Yeah.
Just blinding Joel Oosterwall at this stage. And through turn 1 as well.
Blasts off the dash.
My God.
And there we go.
Right on the braking
just at the left
zone.
Of the signs. Yeah,
Right
just at the left of the signs. Hits you in the
God.
face.
Yeah. The worst possible time you could ask for it.
Yeah.
Bruce Tannock, though, doing a great effort here tonight in the race lead, of course, Brett. I suppose this, we can probably the best driver we could give a sort of little bit of a preview to the track tonight, because it's a tough task to put everything together around this place. And look at that sun.
Oh,
where do you aim the car? It's fantastic, isn't it? Love a twilight race. So tough zones we've spoken about all night. Turn 1, incredibly difficult. Got to try and hug that line on the right-hand side as best you can, and then try and cut the curb. Don't want to cut too much, so you will get a significant slowdown. And then this tough section here of the fountain section as well, Brett. Again, you're just trying to dance the car through this.
That left-hand wall that I was talking about earlier. You got to get really close to that.
Through 4 and then up through 5. This is that tough curve. Very tricky.
Off camber.
Yeah, and if you catch it wrong, the car will go round. It's very, very difficult. Hugging the wall on the outside at 6 and then tucking it straight in again. I have hit that inside wall quite a few times, Brett, in my time racing around here. It's very difficult up towards turn 8. Again, trying to take as much of the track as possible, tuck it right in against the wall for the exit of 8, and then just punch it straight down through the shopping complex towards that Formula Drift section we spoke about, the Firestone curve at turn 9. And this is a wild ride through here. I remember the days when it used to be a fully 3D curb and you could go 2 wheels over the curb through there, just absolute curb hop. Unbelievable what used to happen. And super tight at 10-11, very, very tough corner. It's a rewarding track, Brett. It's a track that will reward you for putting a lap together. But, and as we can see, the sun's starting to set now. This is feeling like Bathurst 12 hour.
Ron Allen on O'Brien.
As O'Brien and Ron Allen continue to battle through turn 9.
That was close. He's had a big crack at him there, but he hasn't been able to pull it off. You also see, look at that gaggle of cars, all just wanting another position.
An extra spot can sometimes be, just that little bit helpful.
Oh, Duddle on Brook. He closed right up to it.
Yeah. Oh, look at Cesar on the inside. Got the move made down at turn 5. So Brooks dropped off the back of Rick Viger, and that's given Cesar the chance to get past Duddle. Absolutely huge. This battling is really heating up at the front end. But how bad is the tyre wear on these cars? Is it going to withstand the final 27 laps of this race?
Well, I mean, Brooke has probably hit the advantage because Cesar and Duddle have been punching out the laps hard. So Duddle should have Brooke should have a slight tyre advantage, methinks. I could be wrong. Baxter and Monday overtaken. Taylor and Galley. Oh, Galley's dropping.
He is, and I think he's just lifted out of that one possibly.
Yeah.
Made the smarter move of giving up 2 to maybe maintain position in the race. And just hold on for a little bit longer. You can just see how tightly compact the field remains, Brett. Not much has changed in terms of gaps building in the mid-pack, and these trains are continuing to hang on to each other at the moment as Ron Allen continues to apply this pressure here to Brenton O'Brien towards turn 1, as well as Abel Verben and Andrew Hoffman continuing to battle each other as well.
Hoffman has been really close to Verban on a couple of occasions, as he is this time around as well. So he's definitely got pace in that car.
Chapman and Favera here, I mean, they're hoping that they can work together, of course, to get past those guys, but they don't want to try and run the tyres down too early. So a lot of tyre saving right now. Just trying to hang on to this rubber as best you can to the end of this race. As Hoffy continues to put the pressure on Verben here.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that he's driving this car doesn't look like a tyre save at all. It looks like he is attacking him.
He's still applying pressure. Ron Allen back on the back of O'Brien. Gary Buckland getting past Baxter. So that gap for Allen closed right up again. Here we go. Got a bit of a spread going on here.
Yeah, Mick Clifton on the inside of Baxter.
Lovegrove getting past Bush.
There's quite a few minor moves continuing just to be made at this point of the race. Bruce Tannick, though, and Michael Jones have closed up.
Yeah,
so
big
battle
time.
for
Jones
the race lead.
Pace.
Battle for the race lead is on, and I wonder, is Jones pushing these tyres too hard? Because Tannick looks to be cruising right now.
Well, the other thing, I mean, I was just about to mention before, look at the battle packs going up and down the tree to the left of the screen. there's a decent sort of obviously the first and second cars in the train at the moment got a decent battle going on there, but we go back, we've got 1, 2. Oh, who's this the wall?
Mario Reale.
And that is cooked.
That car is crunched into the tyre barrier. You see him try and nurse it back. Luke Goldman saying we need to do 164 laps of Long Beach next time. I agree, Luke. 164 laps around here would be mega. Absolutely mega.
Down to Jones, down to 3.8. Here we go.
Matt Fu and Oosterval battle away. Side by side towards turn 9. It's a drag race to the braking zone. Matt Fu on the inside. He's made an overtake with the crook back. Somehow he's made it happen.
Done well.
That's a good move for Matty Fu. Good to see him back in the field as well. He's had a lot of things happening in the background as of late, and it's just so heartwarming to see him back on. No, that was not actually a pun. That was just a mistaken pun. But it is so heartwarming to see him back on track and to see him racing with us once again. So, and he finally got to run the Anzac Day livery. Didn't get to run it last week, so he decided to run it this week. So,
yeah, good on him. Good on him.
See Rick Feiger, Ben Brook, Halil says that these guys are now caught up with each other once again. And you see the gap as well back to Duddle, so I think probably a little bit of both worlds that we were discussing earlier on. Of Cesar probably pushing too hard, wearing his tyres and giving up time.
Cesar but then closing also, on Brook.
Yeah, so
he's having a look on the inside of Brook. He might get this done. He's still up on the inside. Now Brook's going to have, if he keeps it stuck there, Cesar's going to have to back it out. Although, no, he's going to have to.
He doesn't have it inside at 11. He has to tuck back in, but.
So Cesar's still got the tyres underneath him. If he can still challenge like that, and he's done well.
And they've got the pace, so it's very interesting the little nuances of all these battles that are occurring throughout this one. As Mario Reale finally gets it in and out of pit lane from that damage incurred down at turn 1 as we begin lap 41 of 64 here tonight out at Long Beach Street Circuit. Sun is beginning to set, but we're not setting on the season just yet. We've still got 4 rounds to go after tonight's race. Next time out, Coda NASCAR West Circuit. Circuit of the Americas hosts round 7 of the season. It's been extended to a 200-kilometre race. A couple more laps than what we were supposed to run. But it was 150 as Rick Feiger up the inside of Yusuf Colfiadis at 6. Finally gets that job done on the car that needs its second CPS tonight. Brook wants to make it a 2 for 1. As does Cesar.
3 for 1.
Corfiadis pulls out of it, lets them through, and now they get to push on, but it's 9.4 seconds up to McCune, and it's 18 seconds to the race leaders.
Unbelievable. This thing is still going off left, right, and centre at the moment. 42 laps as we just enter into the 42 lap zone of 64 here at Long Beach. We've got some definite action happening. If you're bored about the action that's happening on track, I tell you what, you might need to give yourself an uppercut. I don't know what for, but anyway, should be right. Move on.
Oh, Chris Blanchard.
Look out, Blanchard.
That car heavily damaged, the 669. He'll be able to nurse it back to pit lane. But this thing has got, it's not been the night for Blanchard. That contact earlier on with Buckland, and now has to drag it back through pit lane once again. I suppose if you're coming in now, you might as well take a set of tyres, Brett, and just see where you end up.
You would. I mean, that thing is munted again. Wow. Look at the front left on that car as well.
Destroyed, absolutely destroyed. Matt Monday, Buckland, Lovegrove, all getting involved though. As Monday up the inside at 1, gets that job done. Can Buckland make it a 2 for 1 special as well? Up towards the fountain. Oh, massive lock up for Lovegrove. Over the rose as he goes.
How did he get out of that? Oh,
somehow Buckland got through, but Clifton has been caught out by that. My Lord. Unbelievable racing. Could have been so much worse for those drivers. As Tanik pushes on with Jones right behind him. Bless you, Mr. Fisher.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I covered the mic as much as I could. Unbelievable.
So Jones and Tanik continuing to apply pressure to each other defensively and attackingly. But what a race thus far, Brett.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
look, Tannic
Jones just tapped the wall.
Oh,
Jones just tapped the wall, and he's destroyed the front end and pulled straight in front of Blanchard, who's just come out of pit lane using that fast repair. Oh, it's heartbreak for Blanchard. Absolute heartbreak.
Oh. And Jones again. Oh, he was in the box seat. What have you done, Jones? Oh, my God. And poor Blanchard.
Clifton, Oosterval, Listnut, Clark are all coming into pit lane.
Ah, right.
So
why not?
Why are we getting cars in pit lane? No one...
Have we got... Oh, okay.
No
got
one's
a
pulled
safety
up and
car?
stopped. No. Well, the safety... Oh, that's why Andrew Galley has gone off at turn 9.
Andrew Galley, yeah, that is done. Wow, what's happened? Everyone's just lost their minds all of a sudden.
And you know what? If you're further back, you might as well come in and get some tyres. But Bruce Tannick's coming out of the race lead.
Oh, wow.
What has Bruce Tannick done? Tannick has come in out of the race lead to take a set of tyres. Jones and the others are going to keep going. Oh, that's a mistake from Jones. You've got to get the car fixed. You've got to get the fast repair on it.
What's happened? Everyone's lost their minds. I think, well, Tannick must have thought...
Well, he's coming for tyres. He's coming for tyres,
well,
but there's no other reason why.
No, but I reckon Tannick might have sort of thought, oh, safety car, beauty, everyone will come in for tyres because we've been on them so long.
Well...
Not the case.
It's a massive gamble. The difference now is he is going to be on fresh tyres.
Well,
and he's exited pits, by the way, P16. So we've got 21 laps to go. When we go green again, it's going to be probably just about 18 or 17 laps. He's got to gain a position a lap to get back to the race lead.
I wonder whether Tannick's still in the chat.
It's a huge gamble.
Send a chat, Tannick, if you can. What was your thought? Did you think everyone might have come in for tyres, or you just made that gamble?
What we're going to do right now is, Brett, we're
response.
going to take this time under this safety car to give
breath.
thank you to our title sponsor and catch our breath, to Racecraft Simulations. We're going to go for a very, very quick ad break before the final third of this race commences. Michael Jones in the race lead with significant damage. Can he hang on to it? Can Bruce Tannick's gamble of fresh tyres with 20 to go pay off, knowing he'll have to gain a position a lap to win this race? Time will tell. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly with the final 20 of Long Beach here for round 6 of season 27 of the V8 Veterans. Well, the question on everybody's lips is the gamble going to pay off for Bruce Tannick, who previously at this circuit has been the bridesmaid before. Last time in season 24, he was probably the fastest man on track, but he wasn't the man to win that race. And tonight, he's put himself on the back foot now. He came in with a massive gamble at this pit stop for the safety car. He came in for a set of tyres when the top 15 have all stayed out. 20 lap old tyres versus brand new rubber for the final 20 laps of this race. With the car that has been the fastest on the track all night, it's light on fuel. Can he make 15 positions when there's 17 laps to go?
Well, time will tell. Oh, and the other question on people's lips was, what the hell will that sound was before we went to the ad break?
I know, I had already muted you at that point.
Oh, bugger. Joke's on me then.
You just did that for me, Brett. You didn't do that for anyone else. It was just for me.
Righto.
Then but the other real question is, though, Brett, is why didn't Michael Jones come in and fix his car with a fast repair? He wouldn't have
Is
given
Jones
up.
in the chat?
Well, I don't believe so. He wouldn't. He would have only given up pretty much traversal time of pit lane. So he probably would have been around where Tannick is.
Well, I mean, the car looks like it's going driver's seat. Let's see whether the wheeler's heading straight. He might not feel like the car is that badly damaged.
The issue is, though, he's not going to have any straight line speed because of the lack of downforce on the front end.
But how do you know?
And because of the drag that's going to create down the straight, he's going to be susceptible to a move at turn 1, turn 6, and turn 9 to those that are behind him. Now, the other question is, how much has Halil Cesar destroyed his tyres? Because we know that he was pushing hard earlier on to get past Duddle. The car looked okay, but it has been loose through some of these corners. How are those tyres on board that 5 car? Can he hang on to it and keep it under him to finish on the podium 2 weeks in a row?
The other two that are looking pretty threatening, though, Rick Viger and and Benjamin Brook too.
Yep.
You know, like, hey.
Well, and Ben's already a race winner this season. We mentioned earlier on, Chad was the most previous Viger to win a race here in Split 2. The most recent Angry Birds driver as well to win a race here in Split 2 back at Watkins Glen last season. Can Rick do what his brother did last season and win a race at an American circuit that is on the IMSA calendar? Pretty interesting duo of statistics there. Two brothers. Could they both win at an IMSA circuit in the US? Time will tell. Jones, though,
is already gone.
To green flag here at Long Beach. Safety cars come in, and it's going to be 18 laps to go.
On the restart, why are we seeing 1.5 second gaps? Like, close up the gaps, guys, before the restart. It's so frustrating when, it just shouldn't happen.
No, you got to keep it nice and tight. Gives everyone the chance to battle away. As the front four come through for the first time.
An injured Jones out front. Rick Viger with a neat and straight car. Brook with a neat and straight car. Cesar with a slightly damaged car. And with question mark on the tyres.
That car is fixed, but the tyres are the question.
Oh, it is. Okay, yep. Duddle.
Yeah, Duddle, who's been a little bit off the pace of this top 4. But is happy to sit there and pick up the crumbs if he can. So that's going to be the major challenge. And then the other driver we've got to watch for is Bruce Tannick. Fresh tyres, 18 laps to make up 15 positions to get back into the race lead. Can he do it? First on the list is the 7 car of Boardman as Hoffman's now dropping position. And Tannick is going to try and make it one and done on Boardman at turn 9 up the inside. First one ticked off the list. Next up, Hoffman. So the Mag Turbo Camaro is on a mission to put itself back into P1 on the road. And finally take that race win here as Hoffman's lost it at turn 11 and into the wall. 2 ticked off the list. And Hoffy's race has come crumbling down.
And that car is parked hard against the wall. He's hard parked the Camaro.
Oh, Mustang. Who's that one?
Oh, sorry, Mustang. Yeah, my bad. Jeez. I'll never live that one bloody down, I'll tell you. Sorry, Hoffy.
Michael Jones, race lead. Rick Viger on his heels. Ben Brook pressuring Viger, though. And then the question is, which of them can win it? We've got less than 20 to go, nearly 15 laps to go. Which of them can get this race win? Is it Jones's to finally win now that his fuel strategy is sound, but he's got damage on this car? Is it Viger's to win after so long between drinks? Or is it Brooks to get his second of the season and continue this surge to championship glory for the first time for Frog Leap Juice Racing since season 16? Over 11 seasons ago was the last time this team took home the Split 2 crown. Could Ben Brook be the next one to claim it for that crew over at Frog Leap Juice Racing?
Just have a look at that time. Jones, the 1:22.536. Guys behind him faster, so they are definitely going to chase down tag of the wall. He's going to be fighting against his car. He's going to try and figure out what he's got going on.
Tanik's past Callahan now, so he's up to 13th. He's picking them off one by one every single lap, and I think turn 9 has become the target prey zone. So Tanik is on an absolute charge for this race lead and for this race win. Be his first of the season. If he can get this done, what a way to do it. If he can put it all together.
Oh, he's going for the move there on Brett Horsell.
6. I picked off at the wrong time.
Jones getting wild there.
He got the move made. And now
Vigor's got a run on him.
He has got a run. Rick Viger up the inside at 9. Can he make this work? On Michael Jones for the race lead. Is Jones going to hang on to it? They're still side by side through turn 10 to turn 11. Side by side again. He got so loose. Oh, a bit of balking there for Brook and Cesar. Viger is slightly edged ahead, but look at Jones on the clean side of the road. Gets a great run off of turn 11, and that is the disadvantage of the dirty side for Viger. He couldn't get the run that he needed. And now to turn 1. Is Jones going to hang on to it now that he's tucked on the inside line? He is somehow still in the race lead.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
This is compressing behind Jones at the moment. Jones is really fighting with that car. He did a good job to keep it out in front, but for how long? Rick's going to sort of regroup. Oh, Brook right on the ginger of Viger there. So Brook having an attack of Viger. That's going to take the focus off the front of Viger for a second. Still right up his ginger. 1.15.
Through turn 8 once more. They get through nice and cleanly towards turn 9. That Firestone curve.
Headlights are on. The sun is going down. The track is getting cooler. Tanik's on a charge. Jones is hurting. And there's still plenty of other racing going on too.
Well, there is some fantastic racing with McCune. Although Peters has just blinked, but McCune up his inside. Gets that move done into turn 9. Got Oosterfall battling with Matty Fu here, as well as Mick Clifton just ahead of them. Of course, Matty and Mick, former teammates back at Apex Esports. They're continuing this fight as well between them, with Yusuf Corfiadis in front of them as well. But can Michael Jones hang on to this and finally get there? It'd be quite ironic, wouldn't it, Brett, if finally he pulls off a sound strategy and if he were to win it with damage.
Oh, okay. It's just a shame he sort of lost the back end of that car and totaled the front of it, because he's had a great strategy, and he was sitting there. Tanik's gone in for tyres. Jones is out in front. I mean, if his car was neat and tidy, well, I mean, what ifs? There'd be plenty of what ifs, but this is actually just a great race so far. There's been some heaps and heaps of action on track. Still more to come. 51 laps, 50 on the 51 of 64. Still plenty of action happening.
Tanik is one position away from the top 10. He's now gotten past Bretton O'Brien. The next car on the list is Ron Allen in P10 on the road. Tanik
so far that's played
his way there.
So far that's played really well for Tanik. I mean, can he get right up the top? I mean, look, the other thing is too, Jones is probably holding these other guys up a little bit, so that's helping Tanak in some ways as well.
Well, they've got to get by him as quick as they can. He's just done a 22.4.
Yeah, wow.
Fastest
So he's
car
still got pace.
of that top 4, though, was Cesar, who did a 22 dead. So the 5 car is the fastest of a lot of them right now.
That's amazing, though, for that car. He's still got pace in that car.
He
Like,
does.
as injured as that car is, you know, I mean, if you look back through the field, these 22s, I think the fastest, obviously, was Bruce Tanak last lap around with a 21.77. But most of the field is mid-22s to upper 22s, early 23s. So, yeah.
Who can survive this run to the end of the race? 13 laps to go. Tanak finally
Ron
gets
Al-
into the top
Tanak,
10 on
yeah.
Ron Allen at turn 6. So Tanak into the top 10 now. The 1-2-3 looks to chase down the 1-2-2 and P9 in Nathan Favero. That's the next name on the list for the Magen Turbo Camaro.
Ben Brook closing on Viger.
This has
Just
been
balancing between.
an extraordinary race with many ups and downs for these drivers.
A little wide.
Yeah. He's struggling in that car. He's struggling so hard at it, Brett.
Oh, yeah. He's having a crack. I mean, good on Jones. Like, I mean, he's having a fair crack at it. I was just about to say, you know, like, even though I was in this race, I don't know what happens up the front here. So this is all new to me too, you know, and it's, just tags it all a little bit, Jones. So it's still exciting for me to see what happens because, this is fantastic stuff.
I mean, it's great racing, and you know, I don't watch these through, Brett, and make any notes on Thursday. My focus on Thursday is strategize the race.
Jones a little bit wiggly.
Yeah, big wiggle. And then I come into it fresh on Saturday and get ready to call it based on what I know. I don't always know exactly what happens. You know, it's coming into it with. Well, I know some of the things that happen, but I don't take notes. We're calling it as we see it, and
as you see it.
and right now, what I'm seeing
which
is
makes it exciting.
an exciting race.
Viger's got the advantage here. He's closing that gap on Jones. He's not going to do anything here. He's going to tuck himself in.
See the sort of pressure that these tyres have been under tonight. Really bumpy around here at Long Beach. There's pressure from in behind with Ben Brook right there on the tail of Rick Viger. And
Okay, Viger's got a good exit.
But
Can
so
he
did
close?
Jones. Jones got a good exit as well.
Unbelievable job from Jones so far to keep this car as damaged as it is at the pace he's going. Rick closing big time here.
Can't quite get it in towards turn 1.
Fu and Clifton dropping a little bit there, so
yeah,
they've had a bit
indeed.
of a... Oop.
Oh! Matty Fu with a bit of a knockdown
lucky.
from Duggan.
Lucky to get that straightened out.
I'm sure we'll be able to see it at the post-race highlights of this one.
Oh, we're going back to the post-race.
I haven't had to reset the timing this week, Brett, so we get the full race highlights.
Excellent. But yeah, Jones doing a fantastic job. Really, kudos to Jones for how well he's driven so far, considering the damage to that car, keeping these other guys at bay this far. So, you know, if is Viger just allowing the car to chill a little bit before he has another attack? Is he worried about what's happening in his mirrors? You know, Cesar also looks like he's just hanging back just a touch as well.
Maybe just trying to control the tyres a little bit better as he can, as Tanak now gets past Favero down at turn 9. So the favourite hunting ground continues to work for him. Now Tony Chapman is the next name on the list. This Magen Turbo entry. Ron Allen wants to try and get past Favero as well off turn 11. Can he get the run? No, he can't.
Oh, Jones. Oh, Viger's got past
Rick
Jones.
Viger got by him. It must have been a hurt exit. Brook's going to get him too. Down at turn 1, Ben Brook passes and follows Rick Viger. Can Halil Cesar get this job done as well, or is he going to have to just hang back on the 077 entry? Wow, what a change in this race. And now they've got
Jones
past
is
him.
fighting that car.
He's fighting it so hard. He's struggling to hang on to it, is Michael Jones. Ben Brook, Rick Viger battle for the race lead.
Tanaki past Chapman.
Yeah. And now Cesar wants to set this up on Jones as best he can as they run through turn 8. Big wiggle off the exit and taps the wall. The tyres aren't healthy, Brett. They're not healthy. He is struggling on this set. But he's just trying to nurse it as best he can. Tanek now up to the back of Verban. So that is the gap now between Tanek and the podium. There's the race leaders on the other side of the wall. That's where Viger is.
Tell you what, he's taken the gamble. Tanek has taken that gamble, and so far, I've got to say, it's paid off. He's done a brilliant job. Says he gets past Jones. Jones is hanging out in the weeds there a little bit, maybe trying to collect some more rubber onto those tyres. I don't know whether that's going to be any effective, but here we go.
So there is Bruce Tanek, up to P8, down 7 from where he started this race. The massive gamble. Will it pay off for a race win? He's got less than 10 laps to do it, Brett. He's got to gain a position a lap now. It's 8 to go when they cross the line.
Tell you what, look at that. If you look at that tree, all the way from our race leader at the moment, all the way down to Buckland, there's the maximum of probably about 1.5 seconds gap.
Oh, very sorry.
Oh.
Blink there.
Oh.
Keep going. Very good.
Tanek passed.
He's now got past Verban. So Tanek now up to P7. He got it done at turn 8. Oh, another blink. Do apologise. It was a problem I had on Thursday. It was at that point I saw I was getting a ping flag, and I'm like, I'm just going to close everything other than iRacing. So that should be the last blink that I had from Thursday.
So O'Brien being the biggest faller offer in the last lap or so with the 2-second gap between himself and Allen. But other than that, that is still, for the top 20 drivers or 19 drivers, that is a huge drain in the front of this field. Starting to stretch out a bit between Jones and Cesar, but still in contact.
Well, there's the gap for Bruce Tanek to the race lead. Tanek gets through it. He gets through at turn 1, and is now 1 away from the top 5. What a run for Bruce Tanek off that massive gamble. But is it driver of the day worthy? He put himself in that position, Brett. Is it worth the nod? O'Brien, by the way, dropped that time because he actually made that move on Favero that we missed because of the blink. Unfortunately, that there in the wall is Ron Allen.
Ron Allen.
Ron Allen has locked up and gone into the wall at turn 6. It's starting to fall here as the sun is setting and the moon's beginning to rise.
Yeah.
Can they hang on to it?
The dynamics are changing.
They are changing. We saw what the track temperature was earlier in the race. It's now still 21 degrees track temp, but the ambience dropped to 19. So it is getting cooler out there. Rick Feiger leads the way. 7 laps to go. He is 7 away from taking this race win. And what a race win it would be for him as well, if he can make this happen. Ben Brook on his heels.
Ben Brook going, he's right on his heels. So this is it continues up the front end of the field to be a great battle.
And there is Bruce Tanek in comparison to that top 5. He is right there.
Well, Tanek's last lap around was nearly a 22 flat, and so from Rick Reiger, 22.7 to Benjamin Brook, 22.6 to Cesar, 23 to Jones, 22.9 to Duddle, and then 21 nearly flat, 22.1 for Bruce Tanek. So definitely the fastest out of that pack, as you'd expect.
Expect that as they continue to put the pressure on each other.
McCune on Lovegrove.
He's right there up the inside. Gets that job done. Down at turn 9. Yeah. So Michael Jones is beginning now to get further and further off the podium as Matt Monday and Buckland continue their battle. So Buckland's actually got himself back up to P18 now. Still work to be done. He's not going to get back in the top 10, but I mean, look at this train as well that's continuing to build here, Brett. You're at the back end of this with Boardman, Callahan, Horsell, Favero, O'Brien, and Tony Chapman is just focused up ahead of them as well. And Tannick's now on the heels of Duddle.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's quite amazing. You know, like, I mean, they're starting to, Weston's got a bit of a gap, O'Brien's got a bit of a gap, but other than that, you know, there's 1.5 seconds between a couple of drivers, but geez, there's some close battling going. Tannick on the inside. No, backs out.
Couldn't quite get it done at 8.
But
is he going to get the run though to 9? He is.
How was that? Got a great exit there up beside Duddle and gets that job done.
Yep, in
nice.
through turn 9. So into the top 5 goes Bruce Tannick, and now looks to chase down an injured and wounded Michael Jones.
Oh, that'll rub salt into the wounds for Jones.
It will. Oh, gets it real loose. Real loose.
Oh, you've probably seen the headlights of Tannick in his mirror and gone, oh.
Verban as well, putting pressure now on Scott Weston towards turn 1. Has Verban got some magic left in this Camaro? He's not willing to go for the move at 1. But if he can maintain and stay right on the tail of Weston, he could set himself up at turn 6 or even down at turn 9 later in the lap. Oh, Tannick finally got past him, but he just clipped the wall. He clips the wall down at turn 4.
Wow.
And now looks to chase down the man that beat him last time at this circuit. Halil Cesar on the podium. Has he worn out these tyres? Has Cesar worn them out? Or has he got anything for Tannick's fresh? Well, I say fresh. 16 lap old tyres.
Fresher than
Cesar's, of course, are well older. They're as old as lap 21. Oh, loses the middle. No, at turn 8. Round it goes.
The drift circuit.
Oh, no. Cesar drops the spot. The tyres are cooked. And there goes the podium.
With no fight.
He just lost it.
He's going to have to let most of this field past. He's got a little gap here. Oh, that was close. Wow, he'd be kicking himself on that one. Unfortunate stuff there for Cesar. That puts Tannick back up into P3, which is absolutely phenomenal drive. And here we go with Verban on Weston. And then we've still got, behind O'Brien, we've got a number of cars battling out for positions.
Callahan, Boardman, and yourself, Brett, battling for P13 on the road.
Oh, Ron Allen knows that was Callahan, wasn't it?
That's Callahan just ahead of them.
Callahan just got a big wiggle out there. That's going to close Boardman up on him. We're getting only a few laps to go.
I'd love to see a night race here, Brett. Imagine we could get some street lighting happening around here. How good that would look around the streets of Long Beach underneath the stars.
Oh, there's Taylor having a challenge on himself there.
Battle of the Bretts is on.
Back in. Yeah. Buckland having a challenge on Monday back behind as well. So, yeah, we're starting to get into the desperate stages of this race now.
So, David Duddle, further up the order, by the way, is hoping for that top 5 finish. Well, he's got Michael Jones ahead of him with significant damage. Could still happen here as the band continues to pressure Scott Weston for P6. Could this be on for Abel Verban? What a great drive from him, by the way, Brett. I mean, it's just a phenomenal race from Abel. Outperforming, as we said, the expectations we would have had of him coming into tonight.
Yeah.
Just a great performance. Just a great drive, honestly, from him.
There has been some good drives all around.
So we're getting closer and closer to that white flag lap here tonight.
Brooks still closing. He's went 0.3 on Viger.
It's not quite close enough to challenge.
No.
I think, unfortunately for Bruce Tannick, the race lead battle is over. He's only got 2 laps to chase down a 4.5, nearly 5-second gap. I don't think it can happen,
Yeah,
Brett.
But I'll tell you what,
To
you'd have to
P3.
be happy to get back to where you are. Yeah, you're giving yourself a podium when you were back in 15th. You know, obviously fresh tyres, but that's been an incredible effort. That has been a huge effort.
Tell you what, Gary Buckland's effort to get back to
Buckland's,
P17
yeah.
after his drive-through as well.
And McCune's hounding him as well.
Yeah, that's a great drive. I mean, Jamie Peters, who has lost this front end more times than you can count at this point. What a drive
They've given
from
up
him.
on the lights on the front of it.
He's back up to P21. He's down 4 from where he started, but still a great drive. Baxter up 13. A great race as well. Callahan and Taylor up 19. Horsell up 13. Boardman and yourself, Brett. You guys have gone together tonight. Up 14 positions into the top 15.
That battle's not over there.
It's not over. It's still on.
Boardman's challenged Callahan a couple of times. Callahan has sort of come unstuck a couple of times. Well, as we see there, the back of the car wiggle. That closed Boardman right up. He looks like he's got something going on here.
He wants the run to
big
turn
line.
6, but he can't quite get the outside. Pressure's starting to build now on Callahan. Can Boardman get this done? Oh, big wiggle
Boardman
though.
sideways.
Big wiggle off of turn 6. He tries to go for the inside. At turn 8, clips the inside wall. Brett Fisher looks to go to the outside now. They have a bit of a coming together. They're still locked in together. Bit of side drafted into the wall. Goes James Boardman after a terrific drive. Unfortunately, a slight error has forced a coming together, and down the order that car goes.
While dropping as well.
Michael Jones as well, just dropping now to Dave Duddle too. It's a huge moment.
Well, Dudd'll be happy.
Into the wall goes Jones.
It's going to allow Western to sort of try and get up another spot here too.
The white flag, final lap of the race. Rick Viger is around about 40 seconds away from his 4th race win in V8 Veterans.
Did you see Brooke just hit the inside wall there?
Did. He clipped that wall at turn 6. So
Tanik has closed the gap within in a second, under a second.
This is, he just clobbered the wall at turn 8.
Oh my God. Everyone is just trying and everyone's putting everything on the line here.
Watkins Glen in season 26, it was Chad Viger.
Brooks not out.
Who took home
Brooks
a race
not out of this yet. He's still got a couple of... He's got a couple of turns.
One corner to try and make this move. He's got to get a run and hope that Viger doesn't.
He's got through there cleanly.
Rick Viger will make it his 4th win in the V8 Veterans. First of the season for Rick Viger as he returns to the top step. Brooke home in P2. Tanik with a recovery to P3. Duddle comes home. Big clobbering contact though with Jones and Weston on the last corner. That's going to give Abel Verban a top 5. Unbelievable on the final lap.
Continues. Jones caught up in that as well. Wow.
I'm not sure if he was, but that's a huge one to the end of that race.
Jones was dropping as well.
Well, he was dropping. He got loose at 11, made the contact with Weston, and then that's allowed Verban through.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, it was Jones. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh.
What an end to this race. And what a race win for Rick Viger.
Are you not entertained?
Within the span of 13 rounds, Brett, the Viger brothers have now won 2 races at 2 different IMSA circuits for Angry Birds Racing. What a victory for the Kumo Tyres entry. His 4th ever in Vets. What a win.
Sensational stuff there from Rick. He would have to be absolutely stoked with that.
And a sensational return to the top step for him as well. Ben Brook, commiserations to him in P2. And then Bruce Tanik, what a drive for him. What a drive for Bruce Tanik.
Brooke, I'll tell you what, he really put it all on the line there as well. Like, he had a great race.
I've got 3 names for driver of the day.
Do tell.
And I'm putting them into the chat as we speak. Get your votes in. Once you see these names, pick one and put your vote into the chat. Bruce Tannick, Abel Verban, or Tony Chapman, who's your driver of the day for Long Beach here this evening as we prepare ourselves, Brett, for what is bound to be a chaotic
highlights.
And
then we've got the hype up song
we
too.
got the hype up song afterwards as well.
Yeah.
So get ready for the post-race highlights here this evening.
Here we go. Hold
It
on,
all
this is going to
started
be huge.
on this start-finish straight, of course. For Bruce Tannick, who got us underway off the start-finish line. Now, there was a bit of early action down towards turn 1, of course, with Matt Monday and a few others as well into the fountain section.
Oh, lock
So,
up there.
big lock up through here.
Yep.
Monday on the
Three
inside.
wide.
There's O'Brien on his inside as well. There was contact further back with a couple more cars, and then around went Mr. Monday in behind. And then, there's the car park.
Yeah.
That's the first car park of the evening between those drivers as well. Brett, I believe you were caught up in that one, just getting a little bit
No,
nailed
it wasn't
in
too
there,
bad, actually. I think I managed to get through. So it wasn't too bad.
But it only went for bad to worse for Matt Monday. The next time he came down towards turn 1, he had a slight error under brakes, and the car just went in hard and into the wall.
Easy to do.
Very easy to do. This was Mick Clifton already missing his front end down towards turn 9. We saw a couple of cars into the wall down here throughout the race, and this car just did not want to pull up, and straight in the wall went that car.
And why would it? Have a look at the
Why
front of
would
it.
I know. This was Gary Buckman's moment that got him a drive-through penalty. So double downshifted, lost the rears, compression locked, and made contact with Blanchard on the exit of turn 1.
Yeah, right, yeah. Bugger. He'd be kicking himself for that too. He'd be kicking himself hard.
We then had Joel Oosterval as well a couple of times down towards turn 1, just struggling in this car tonight, unfortunately for him. Just a big lock-up, and only just kisses the tyre bundle. Kokoschki, well, he does the same thing a few laps later. And this was the unfortunate downfall for Kokoschki tonight. Under brakes, struggling to get it pulled up, and bang, straight in the wall. Very easy to do at that stage of the race. Mick Clifton again down at turn 9. Had another moment. Finally got the front of that car fixed. There you see Kokoschki's damage on the front of that thing. He was trying to nurse back, and Clifton just didn't want to enter the corner and get involved with it, and overextended that one down there as well. We then kept it mean and green for quite a few laps before we got into a wild moment as well for Stephen Kokoschki once again. This is down at turn 1. He's in behind Yusuf Corfiadis. This car struggles to pull up. He doesn't aim for the corner. He takes evasive action, puts it into the escape road, and then unfortunately 2 laps later, this happens.
Jeez, he was right across that line there too. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
And then, so he was parked up there for quite a few moments, and then we mentioned the possibility of contact for James Boardman once the safety car was called. So you see here, Tannick has to go to the right-hand side. Then there's Jones, and there's Brook, then there's Lissner and Viger. And then Cesar and Duddle struggling to get by. Clifton as well. Then Clark. Then Boardman, bang, straight in the back of him.
Okay, righto, yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, it moved him out of the road, I guess, but that's
got him out of the
unfortunate
way,
for
but that
Boardman.
hurt him.
Oh, jeez. Abel Verban just about taking him out there.
It was very, very close. So, and then we kept it pretty clean after that until after the safety car, of course. I'm wondering how this car got spun back around again, whether he did it himself or someone else hit him, because he's kind of just parked there for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a little bit of moving. wonder if someone's helped him.
Oh, yes, they
yeah,
have.
there
It
we
was
go.
Todd Duggan.
Duggan.
So that's how that's happening. And the safety car comes past as it's been called. That's a huge one. Mario Reali as well, having a moment down at turn 1 as well. So this was a heavy contact down here for the HSR car. Oh, just failing to pull it up.
Mm.
And this was
a lot of victims tonight.
It did. This was Chris Blanchard down at turn 9. And this was just before the safety car, the second safety car of the race. Big lock-up straight in the barrier, and the car was just crunched down there. Engine began to go, and he had to nurse it back to pit road. And then there was Andrew Galley, who was just in behind him as well, who had another moment not too far away from that. Runs it wide, I do believe. And then, oh no, I think he touches the back of him, unfortunately. And so then this was Andrew's moment later in the race, or about a lap later, that brought out the safety car. So down towards turn 9, under brakes, locks the rears, doesn't want to pull up, and straight in the wall.
Yeah, bugger.
And then how's this one for Michael Jones, following Bruce Tannick? Chris Blanchard, by the way, has just come out of pit lane. He's fast repaired his car. Jones hits the wall into the barrier. There's Blanchard, who's just fixed it up and straight in the front of
brakes.
him.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much the final big one of the evening. Everyone else was either a rear end lose or ending up in the wall. Although there was this moment with Andrew Hoffman as well down at turn 8. This car was struggling towards the end of this race.
Clip that wall.
Actually, there was this one too. We got the end of it. We didn't actually see what happened. So Mick Clifton loses the rear end. Fu comes through, tries to pull it up, and Clifton's just run it and just lost it again. So it's very odd. And then Fu's come through the corner, and the rear end's been clipped by Duggan. So just a very awkward moment for him. Then there was this one here for Cesar that cost him the podium here tonight, losing the tyres down there.
Yeah, that's a shame. Says, he's just he's doing the drift.
Yeah,
he's tried to join Formula Drift.
And then this was James Baldwin's and yourself, Brett. So you guys have kind of been glued together here down the straight.
Yeah.
You're both going back and forth down the straight, and then the rear end's arced out on Baldwin's car and put him straight into the wall. It's a tough one. It's a tough one between them.
That is a tough one, yeah.
And then this was the wild one at the end of the race. Michael Jones.
Oh, just clip that inside.
Clips the inside, loses the rear.
Oh,
and just goes straight in the side of Scotty Weston.
Wow. Weston's unfortunate. Just the passenger there. That's a shame because he was on for a good run.
He was indeed. And what a race it could have been for some of those drivers out there.
A lot of action.
A lot of action. We've got a driver to speak to in the waiting room with us.
Oh,
Rick Weiger waiting to have a chat to us. But first, we've got to quickly do the maths on the driver of the day. There's plenty of votes out there right now. So I've got to try and scroll back.
I'll tell you what, it's been
begun it from. There it is there.
What an action-packed race Long Beach has. It has not let us down whatsoever. There's been plenty of sad stories and some unfortunate ones, and there's been some pretty good ones as well. So hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. It's been a great race call. It was just plenty of action. Just does not let you breathe sometimes. We did have that safety car in there.
All right, I've done it. I've done the calculations, Brett.
Yep.
And I've got our driver of the day. So I've got it all calculated and all ready to go. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
The Driver of the Day award this evening, brought to you by M1 Used Cars, will be going the way of Podium Sim Racing's David Duddle. Not David Duddle. Wow. I was looking at David Duddle. That's my problem. Tony Chapman. Tony Chapman. The 731 of Tony Chapman. I do apologise. I was looking at David Duddle on the list, and I'm like, why am I looking there? Tony Chapman is the driver of the day.
Well done, Tony.
For round 6 here this evening of season 27. P6 finish. And a great drive.
Good
from him.
drive.
Kept himself clean and mean all throughout the race. And yeah, that's a great performance from Tony Chapman. So congratulations
Well done.
to him. Next up, though, we have got our race winner waiting in the wings to come and have a quick chat to us. That is, of course, the man from Angry Birds Racing in Rick Viger. Rick, welcome in. Congratulations. Race win for yourself here tonight. A massive race win as well. You're fourth in the Veterans. When was the last time you took a win in this series, sir?
I think it was about 11 seasons ago, Hamish.
Oh,
Just season 16, I'm pretty sure.
Of course it was. The famed season 16.
A long time ago.
Long time between drinks. Not a long time
Certainly
between
was.
drinks, though, for the Viger brothers, of course. Chad taking a win last season, you getting a win this season. Which one's going to get a win next? Is it going to be you or Chad?
Chad's got more pace than me, so yeah, probably Chad. I'm not sure. Just
Come on, you got to back yourself.
yeah, I feel much more comfortable this season. I haven't felt comfortable in the Gen 3s, to be honest, but I think I'm starting to get my head around it.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned season 16 being the last time you won. You drove tonight. How I saw you drive back in season 16 when you were amongst those championship challenges, and it was like the old Rick Viger was on track once again. I mean, it looked like you haven't missed a beat in the last 11 seasons. What was it? Was it maybe the car setup and the track combination, or were you just feeling it Thursday night? I mean, it's probably one of the best drives I've seen from you.
It's always been a good track for me. I've had some pretty good results here, so I feel comfortable at that track. So hopefully I can feel comfortable at a few others. Be nice.
We'll have to wait and see. Good points on the board tonight, though. Do you think there could be a possibility of you sneaking your way up the order, maybe into the top 10 before the season's done?
Well, I hope so. That's always my goal, and then top 10 is sort of where I look to try and get. Top 10 each race, that's puts you up there somewhere about the top 10 of the season. So had a bad race at Road America, didn't really help, but and then was away for 1 week. So hopefully once the 2 drop rounds come in, I get back up near that top 10. Try and get some solid results between now and the finish.
Well, we'll see how it goes with the points next week when we include that second drop round. Obviously Coda next week, Fuji the week after, 300Ks, the Nürburgring and then Adelaide. Which track are you looking forward to most with these final 4 rounds coming up?
I like Adelaide. For some reason, I like the street circuit. So I had a pretty good drive when we were there last time, which was good. But yeah, I like most of those tracks. Fuji I like. So I'm not quite sure, but we haven't had a wet track yet this season.
I am of the belief it's going to be Fuji.
It sort of makes...
That's the belief I have.
It makes sense that would be the one, doesn't it?
Yeah, being that Fuji is known for its monsoon weather, it would be very on brand of Vets management to send us for a 300k race at a wet Fuji circuit. That would be
great.
Be pretty on brand. But
clouds are going to open up and it's just going to rain the whole race. It's going to be
great.
300 mil of bloody rain.
Might make for a long night.
It might. We might be here for 4 hours for that one. But
oh, wow.
But Rick, we appreciate your time. We can wish you the biggest of congratulations for this race win. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to thank John and his team for organising everything with the vets, the race control, Dave and his teams, and you guys putting on the broadcast. The guys in my team, Nick for doing the paint, and Matt and Chad for spotting for me on Thursday night.
Interesting that Chad wasn't on track, that he was instead spotting for you on Thursday.
Well, he's away, so
okay.
He actually had Nick set up a live stream for him to watch. So
very good.
He could only, yeah.
Well, Rick, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best of luck in the final 4 rounds of the season, and we wish you luck in trying to get to the top 10 of the championship this season as well. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much. I'll tell you what, Brett, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. to get that win.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Just
Tough race and a good win.
Yep, tough race, great win, great character is Rick Viger, and a great job to Tony Chapman as well for taking out our Driver of the Day award here this evening. I mean, just a great race. It's exciting times to come. Next week at Coda, it's a sneaky, favoured track of mine. It's not one of my favourites, Brett, but it is one that I do like because I think it's a very rewarding track when you can put it all together. And it's a track that can throw out some great racing. So it's exciting times for next week. That race has been extended to 200 kilometres when we go racing out at Coda the next time out as well. We appreciate everybody's time, as always, for joining us here for Season 27 of the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans action for Split 2. This has been Round 6 out at Long Beach. Next time out, Circuit of the Americas, NASCAR West Circuit, 200 Ks. It's going to be a fun time once again. Big shout out to the series sponsors, of course. Racecraft Simulations, the title sponsor, Logitech G, Parramatta Isuzu, Player One Sim Gear, Nova Sim Sports, Project Fade, Streetwear, to LGC Images, and M1 Used Cars as well for the Driver of the Day award tonight. I win the way of Tony Chapman. Next time it could go to you. Be sure to give support to the V8 Veterans and Infinity Broadcasting channels by clicking like, subscribe, and the bell icon as well on both, so you guys can help us get to our next milestone for both of them as well. And if you are liking and subscribing on the Vets channel, you'll be notified whenever they go racing with the Split 2, Split 3, and Split 4 action. And over on Infinity Broadcasting, you get the notification for the Split 2 race as well. The American-based High Side Motorsports with the Gen 6 NASCAR action on Monday mornings, 9:50 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back once again next Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, with Round 7 of the season here for the Racecraft Simulation V8 Vets. And until then, thank you all so much for joining us. Until next time, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
All right. Get your headphones cranked up and have a crack at this one. See what everyone thinks. Okay, catch us all next week.
Left, right, left, steady on the pace through the dusty outback, setting up the base. Left, right, we are marching onward to the southern shore. Jones gets caught and the pack explodes. Dust through the S's, chaos rising, everyone fighting for the same narrow road. Orman and Duggan throwing shoulders. Mid-pack thunder in the danger zone. Two cars locked in a street fight rhythm. Neither one willing to leave it alone. Allen slicing through like a quiet assassin. Driver of the day written all over his run. Clock climbing hard with laps in hand. Buckland saving fuel like a man on a mission. The big fish showed him P5 with a clean, steady stand. Monday's race falls off a cliff. Penalty hits, then the lights go dead. VIR gives and VIR takes. Never apologizing for where it led. Behind the leaders, the pressure is building. Vigor and Western ride in the chase. A pack of wolves waiting for a mistake. Rhythm down the neck or the front running pace. Then the moment the whole race remembers. Tannock defending like a man possessed. Kokoschky hunting through the tight, slow sectors. Two drivers pushing past what's reasonable, past what's blessed. Side by side through the roller coaster. Grass on the tires and a lock-up scream. Three corners deep in a battle for glory. Wazzy and Kiwi on an Anzac dream. Between the concrete walls with the engines unplugged. Heartbeats louder than the roar we love. Let's swap flying like a fist in the fight. Every lap burns harder in the daylight. Yeah, Now we roll west to the streets of Long Beach, fountain spray in the rhythm of turn. Shoreline drive like a fuse that's burning concrete, waiting for whoever misjudges and learns. Hairpin tight like a coiled up rolling bump under the bridge where the brave don't lift the rhythm section, dancing on a knife edge. Every mistake here becomes a permanent gift. The field arrives with the scars of VIR, but the street fight spirit carries on through new walls, new risks, same heartbeat, pressure, and every driver knows what they came here to do. No run off waiting to save your story, just concrete teeth and a narrow line. One wrong inch and the race will take you. Long Beach doesn't care if you're feeling fine. Between the concrete walls with the engines unplugged, heartbeats louder than the roar we love. Let's swap flying like a fist in the fight. Every lap burns harder in the daylight. Street lights or sunlight, the danger's the same. Steel and courage in a high-speed frame. From VIR's hills to Long Beach's cage, every round writes another page. Between the concrete walls with the engines unplugged, heartbeats louder than the roar we love. Let's swap flying like a fist in the fight. Every lap burns harder in the daylight. Between the concrete walls where legends are made, pressure rising like a tidal wave. From VIR fire to Long Beach night, we race, we ride, we hold that line. We hold that line.
Whiplash screaming, tires bleeding, virtual cubes, the motor's breathing, engine thunder from down under, piston fire, turn asunder, put your name in lights. Oh, with the vets tonight, it's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Oh, you're so steel, but the racing's real. Pedal down every pass you feel. Step right up and place your bets. This is us, the V8 vets. Put your name in lights. Put your name in lights with the vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Put your name in lights. Oh, with the vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Burn this track to the ground. Come on now, put your name in lights.
The Racing Series is a new milestone in Logitech G.
All the great old wheels, the G29, the G920, the G923, they all have their own unique way of connecting to each other, but there's no room for expansion with those products.
So the question arose was, what if we were to give the opportunity for the racer to switch out from a drifting wheel to a GT rim?
With the wheel hubs that we've created, that's got a very specific button set, but you can replace any of the steering wheels.
And the real lovely aspect to this was we could give the user, driver and the racer the opportunity to experience different genres of race.
That allows drivers to craft high quality, customized setups that resonate with your individual racing style.
When we start with the design, we always start sketching. Very often, once we've got sketches, we start discussing with engineering.
We had 3 rounds of engineering testing or user testing where we invited in users from sim racing, and every single round of feedback we refine, the product based on what they tell us.
In the sim racing lab, again, we're going to use data to really analyze what a driver needs. We've used everything from eye tracking to the inputs from the pedals, the inputs from the, let's say, input devices, the wheel and the pedals, the shifter. We're taking that and we're compiling it so that we can build different products based on those individuals' needs for all consumers and all drivers.
I don't know of anyone else in the industry that's actually doing this kind of research into their products to see how their products are affecting performance of their users.
We've built the product to make sure that it's as reliable as possible.
So the innovations in engineering that I'd say we're most proud of is the sequential handbrake and shifter toolless changeover. This is now a patented system, so it's really easy for the user to just switch between modes.
If you give people the tools to do what they want, they will.
They will just go off and have fun.
Introducing the Racekraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racecraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP SideNet to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racecraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation. Yeah, we work here.